Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting session of Platinum Watch. I am your ever-present Dungeon Master, Walkmaniac C, and joining me as always are the real stars of my show. Going in no particular order, we have Red Beast playing Avok Korik, disguised as another guy.
Hello, I'm a dude playing a half-orc disguised as a Fuck, I fucked it up.
We have the Hawkabridged playing Talasoon.
I got knocked out last game. Not used to that.
We have Storm Sage 13 playing Merrick Gilder.
I fucking died.
We have
I got bad up.
we have Zodiac Zek 19 playing Random Mishorm.
I survived, which is surprising.
And Vextal 24 playing Yuzuperic.
This time I was the one to send someone to the sun.
That is true. Hawk, you said you wanted to handle the recap today?
Yes, I would actually.
All right, sure, go for it.
All right, so forgive me if I mispronounce names because my shorthand for some of the names can be kind of funny.
Yeah,
All right, so when last we met, we faced the final trial, which was a book that would test us individually. Ilum elects to leave because it is the history of the world. Finn is immediately taken out, as unfortunately was Yuza. Merrick sees a great battle from the perspective of his ancestor. Also, we see the young Ilum is there. Rando's vision is of the first finding and sees things from the perspective of a sprite who's near an archfey that is making the deal. The archfey seems uneasy around the being and is, the one that's making a deal with. There's also something in the human's eyes that seem far hungrier than the Fays. Tala has the same memory of the first founding, but she sees it from the perspective of the barbarian queen, whose name I meant to ask, who is making a deal to meet with Titania to safeguard the borders of her kingdom. She sees that if the Fae does not accept the deal, the barbarian queen of Kanagal will take them out. Avok sees a memory sometime after the first founding, from the perspective of someone challenging Clan Urgaland for power. The son of Claire Urgaland seems unusual, and the person that Avok is looking through is beaten by the sun. Then, we all settle on a shared memory. We are at the clan moot of the Second Age. Merrick speaks with the voice of someone else who encourages that they leave Kanagal. The Gilder clan will leave to what sounds like it may end up being the Platinum City. Merrick, unfortunately, at this point fails his charisma check and is pulled away. Then, finally, James Blackhand is pulled. So, we won, and the Silver Dawn Inquisition is the ones who will decide the future of the clans at the clan moot. Tala, meanwhile, was still reeling from looking at the book, but earned her last story feat. So we chose Grim McBear from Clan Ergaland as ruler, but then Veshna Karanabrock contested. He does not like that Merrick's making the decision. He views Merrick as an outsider. So Vesha invokes a right that allows him to contest this. He fights Merrick, but if he loses, his clan is ousted. It's a fight to the death with Elam and the Druid serving as an arbiter. Ruthgar also decides to stand as arbiter. So it is Vesha's group and James Blackhand and one of his people versus our team. Unfortunately, Tala kind of took herself out of fight pretty quickly by going after the sorceress of the group. After a long fight, though, we managed to kill James and Vesha. We loot the bodies, get the hand wraps of Devonia. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
James also has an absorption tattoo and mantle of spell resistance, magical brass knuckles, bracers of defense, and the barbarian had a magical battle axe, belted a fire giant, bracers, and chill. Tala and Merrick are attacked physically by a godlike being in anguish. Tala falls unconscious, Merrick stands a bit longer but eventually also falls. Both find themselves in the plane of the gods, the Hall of the Celestials, the home of the gods. There we see the Palace of Bahamut shaking, water raining down the pillars as the god itself weeps. Avok then receives notice of multiple attacks on Eyes of Truth locations, and we find that the Emperor's palace has been the Emperor has been assassinated and the Platinum City has fallen. And then the others went to revive us.
Yep.
Speaking of, I did. You can see that in the chat. Tala has 9 hit points, and I'm using my last regular healing potion to get Merrick to 6.
Okay.
Also, we need to. I meant to ask between games. I guess we need to discuss how we're breaking up the loot.
Yes, that is something that you all will want to discuss. I recommend, since I know that y'all have a collusion chat, I recommend that y'all use your strategy chat to discuss that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and set the scene real quick. You all watch as Merrick and Tala drop, and as you all rush quickly into action, you are able to restore their vitality, and they are brought back to their standing form. And Avok, the flood of paper from your pocket has not ceased.
It's just a very aggressive Rolodex.
Although Tala is, as far as you can tell, like conscious and healed, they are, for the most part, unresponsive, almost like they are in a trance. Tala,
Yes.
you and Merrick were both pulled to the realm of Celestia, but you are the only one that hasn't left yet. Bahamut's palace weeps and shakes, trembling beneath the sorrow of a wounded god. The other houses of the gods are all a clamor. You can hear the discordant ringing of voices, the rushing of various angels, and the footsteps and hoofbeats and war drums of all the gods moving in some form of strange, chaotic dance as they prepare themselves for something. But all of this is muffled to you. You can hear it all around you, but it's almost as if you are underwater. As if you are in two places at once. As you can feel yourself being pulled back to the material plane. Amidst all the chaos and the din, only one voice rings out with any form of clarity. That is the voice of the Raven Queen. As the world turns gray, and even here in this Hall of Celestia, while the Raven Queen does not hold formal temple, her worship is still recognized. She is still known as a powerful goddess of death. And from her small shrine in the courtyard of Celestia, she emerges and moves towards you with elegant grace. And despite everything going on, you are unable to move in this moment. As, again, you are split between your waking in the material and your trance here in Celestia. And she speaks simply to you and says, "There is not much time that you all have left for the end that was prophesied. Much is coming to pass now that has been at the forefront of actions of beings far older and crueler than you imagine. The survival of your world and your people depends on the will of man. You have a very short time to do what you need to, but I will attempt to aid in however I can. I recommend that you save who you can and make yourself of use to the wandering god of change. And perhaps you will hear more than just the crash and din, but you will hear with some clarity. I have to go now. You wake, and the world waits for no one. Goodbye, Talasu. And just like that, you snap back to consciousness on the material plane.
They want to interrupt. Make herself of use to the what? You cut out on me.
To the wandering god of change.
Wandering god of change. Impressed with here with some clarity. Okay.
Avok is going to feed Merrick that healing potion, as he just has this, holding the note that says the Emperor Pallus has been assassinated. Avok just has this look on his face that's just shocked and horrified.
Yep, there he goes.
You had 6 hit points.
Okay. The gods are pretty upset over something.
Yeah.
Carlo's just kind of staring at the wall, like sitting straight up, just staring at a wall.
Merrick?
Merrick actually uses his sword to like just try to prop himself up.
Guys. You all see just a bunch of paper flying out of Avok's pockets.
Yalis, what's wrong?
The Eyes of Truth.
I could ask that same question of you, Merrick.
The Eyes of Truth headquarters are being attacked all around the world. And I have a message from one of my keepers. The Platinum City's been attacked. Emperor Pallus has been assassinated.
That would explain it.
Explain what? What'd you guys see?
Merrick just looks over at Tala to make sure she's okay. He looks back at the rest of you guys. After you.
I got a message, Commander, after you left. It's worse than it seemed. The gods are preparing for, or they're panicked. They're preparing to defend themselves.
Oh shit. Oh, that makes
The Raven
sense.
Queen pulled me aside. She said that there's not much time left for the end that was prophesied. Things mechanized by people far older and evil are coming to pass. And the survival of our world and people depends on the will of man. She said there's no real time, and that I should try and help whoever I can. She said that we should save whoever we think we can, and that I should make myself of use to the wandering god of change.
Yokith's warning.
Trap law.
Is that who that is?
That's my best guess.
So it sounds like I need to seek out this wandering god or traveler.
I've only spoken to him a few times myself. I'll see if I can. Normally, he only shows up when he wants to. Let me.
Did we ever tell Tala and Yuza about the detail about Emperor Pallus?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have not told us anything.
No.
Emperor Pallus is Bahamut's son.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
He was a demigod.
Well, that explains why Bahamut was crying in our vision. Or
Yeah.
his actual building was crying.
Eclipse assassinated a demigod.
I write back to Janice using our code that we developed to inquire if this was done by the Watcher or the Vigilant. Like, if he knows who assassinated Pallus.
The only response you get is deep inside, not safe. Respond when can.
Avok was literally about to also ask if he was safe. So can't talk to Janice right now. He's. I mean, I can't talk to. Wait, did I reveal? Nah, I didn't reveal that. Can't talk to the keeper right now. He can't be hidden.
I need to reselect my spells. I need sending.
I have that.
What are we
Lots
gonna
of people
do
in.
about? What are we doing about him? And Tala just points to James Blackhand's corpse.
All these attacks happen at the same time as the selection for who has control over the clans. That can't be a coincidence.
Do you think they
That's what I'm
want us out
afraid
of the
of.
way?
I think that they were intending to win this.
Have the clans of Conical support them. I mean, isn't any different than what we're here for? Alliances.
Yeah, but you know they're evil.
Yeah. Who has to speak with their prepared?
I have it from the
You want it?
Raven Queen.
Go for it.
All right. I guess it's good to since she just spoke to me, it's probably a good thing to speak to her.
Alright,
Or you
I'm
can
gonna
really.
speak to Clan McBear and the others for a second. Man just uses his sword as a cane. Just hobbling over with chilled.
Grim
Put in the sheath, sir.
Grim literally is already on his way with like druids and healers. They are all of them are getting to work immediately on restoring you all of your wounds after the battle. I'm not going to let you know how many spells I'm going to have to burn, but suffice it to say, get to full HP, all of you.
Yee!
It's like,
Aw.
we know.
I was having fun RPing weak Merrick. Oh well.
I mean, well, it's going to take time because, again, these
Oh,
are
God.
this is so much
You
fucking
could
healing.
always refuse the healing.
No.
Um,
I'm a big boy. I don't need my wounds. My boo boos kissed.
Yeah.
Also, uncharacteristically, Tala is just gonna walk on and clip and belt on the belt of fire and strength.
Okay.
She's like, "Yep, nope, not being polite on this one. We need to max out."
Grim, this axe. I want you to hold on to it for a while. It used to be touched by darkness, but hopefully it's. I believe Tal over there lifted it of its corruption.
He takes it carefully,
It's a strong as fuck axe.
nods to you in acknowledgement of your gift.
It belonged to an ally of mine once.
This is a reminder before y'all just like give him this axe and leave. He does need the urn as well.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I know.
You do need to give that to him too.
Yeah, we will. But
We will,
saying
but
no.
not now.
Yeah. This is a symbol of our alliance. Like,
Tala just holds up the urn. You need this too, but don't worry, it doesn't run on human souls anymore.
He just kind of blinks at that statement, and the druid, the
I
grand
fixed it.
druid who oversaw the trial, gently takes it from you.
It's okay, it's safe. It's just powered by willpower now. I fixed it or broke it depending on your perspective. Sorry, I'm
been a
little
long-
rattled.
we've had a long month.
It's only been a week, Commander.
It's been 24 hours.
It's been a long week, okay? It's been pretty crazy.
It's been a very long week and or 2 weeks, depending on time between capture the flags.
It's been
been a
one
long
week. He
day.
looked at me.
It's been a long year.
That true. You know what? That's a pretty good and very broad statement.
It's been a long. Tala starts counting. How old am I? No.
Avon just shakes
preach.
his head. You know, I used to be relaxing in a cave as a ghost.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Anyway, getting to things one at a time.
Yes.
So Tala wants to clip on the belt and also raise dead. Merrick is talking to Grim. What is everyone else doing? Just so I have an idea of where everyone's
for
at.
them to just get going on whatever we got to do, because clearly shit's hitting the fan. I'm just waiting.
I figured, like, if you guys want, maybe we could speak with Dead on, like, if we had to do, like, a carriage ride or something, like, on the go.
I mean, all we need is the head.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say just grab the skull and go.
Avok is going to attune to the hand wraps of Devonia.
Okay.
And I'm taking the horn.
God damn it. Fine.
Did not want you to take that horn.
I like horns of Valhalla when I have them.
Understandable, but you shouldn't have given them to us.
You show
Wait,
Avok...
did we get the horn?
Yeah, Avok's snagging it.
Ooh. Good.
You should have had it destroyed when I sent him into the sun.
You know what? That is on me. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
By the way, what color is the horn again?
I think it was bronze.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. Hey, I get to summon Avok's ghostly friends. That he gets to summon his bridge club.
Let me see. Okay, here's the updated one. Let me grab it.
What kind of bracers were those among the ones we found, by the way?
Oh yeah, we had braces of defense.
It was just like a million braces of defense. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
I might see about attuning to those because I'm playing a monk. I should consider that.
How many braces of defense did we get?
Like
had,
3.
Yeah,
Two.
3 of no, there's 3. I put a
Yeah.
list.
I mean, it's useless for Tala, but like,
Here you go, Red Beast.
like, I mean, Yuza, you're not really wearing armor.
I never do.
Yeah, I mean that's a +2 AC right there, my man, my woman.
This is definitely the weirdest I've ever heard you talk.
That's me out again, because
Okay.
I took the jury 3 days ago. I'm tired still.
Anyway.
Problem is I'd have to attune to that.
So you take the skull. So just to recap, because I want to make sure that I'm getting everything, because we do have a lot of things that are happening all at once, and also people keep talking all at once. So y'all are taking the skull on the road to ask it questions later. Is that the consensus?
It sounds like it, I think. Yeah, we only need the head, so Tala can just...
Okay, Tala pulls out her sword of sharpness to.
You can just, like, alas, poor York, that guy.
Then
Does
as
anyone
far as
have
I
a
know,
bag?
Avok is not doing anything at the moment. Yuza mentioned that she had sending, but no one followed up with Yuza on using sending to people.
Avok.
Rando is just waiting to get an order to pop shit off. And Merrick, I believe, I will come back to you talking to Grim, because I feel like you had more to say.
No, that was pretty much it. Just like, hey,
Okay.
here's this axe symbol, and he's just going to talk to him about like getting his forces ready, because we might be calling in that alliance sooner than we expected.
He lets you know that it will take time for him to rally the clans. They still have to kind of like figure out as well what to do with Clan Kerbrock, since they will be they're not necessarily going to be exiled, but their clan name will be dissolved, and they'll basically be their members will be kind of like redistributed to other clans, and those who are found, of worthy and honorable merit will be allowed to form their own clan, because 48 seems to be the magic number for Kynagal.
Walker, one thing I wanted to do before we actually did leave this area.
Mm-hmm.
We had made note that we wanted to try and recruit Rothgar to the Silver Dawn specifically. Is that still the plan? Like, so Tala would like to talk to him and see if he would want to come.
At this time, he is going to be like included in your forces, like your war assets for Kynagal. Being recruitable directly into the Silver Dawn Inquisition isn't something that logistically would be able to be done at this time, just because of the chain of events that are currently going on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me. On the thing, I didn't see Gabe in there.
I mean, well, he's not.
He's
not.
powerful.
He's not a legend, but I did include him in your Silver Dawn Inquisition forces as one of your assassins and infiltrators.
Okay.
I like this.
Don't worry, guys. We have Gabe.
Can't lose. Unless Merrick turns him.
No.
So,
Like, go off, Gabe. Get out of here.
Gabe, please, I can't destroy you.
Please, as if he's low enough CO to be destroyed.
True.
He is.
He's not. Cock's gun points at DM.
On that note, you all are able to, yeah. Sorry, I'm responding to a message from Red. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just want to make sure.
It's in the item description.
I know, but my dyslexia was fucking me up.
He's like, is that damage correct? Yes, that's why he kept bodying you.
I mean, fair.
The Avox hit the floor. Let the Avox hit the floor.
By the way, Rando and Tala, y'all still have to return to full HP because you've been healed.
You right.
Okay. As you all are able to return to Dawnbreak, via teleportation circle, with your troops and Ilum in tow, the keep is a flurry with activity, as your information network has been apprised of the situation of their own sources, but your
Every cleric is incapacitated.
your leaders are waiting to hear from you directly on kind of like a status update. Ilum leaves to go update Cullen and the rest of like the armed forces of like the situation, and just to go ahead and get them ready. So the only people that are in the war room when you arrive are Thulnagin, Malcolm's older brother, and I think it was Celia McMorrin. What's her name?
Yeah. Avok is going to just kind of beeline it to Thulnagin and just go, "Sending scroll. I need a sending scroll. Do you have any of them?"
I have so many. God, I forgot his fucking accent.
It's fine. He's Eldritch. He can be whatever he wants.
I remember it being like, well, that's part of it, but it's oh yeah, you need the sending scroll. I can certainly that one for you.
Thank you.
There it is.
I need to reach out to Rita right away.
What are you talking about? She is in the lab.
I thought she left.
Oh, right, it's vacation. I keep forgetting about that. Someone really needs to update my with new dates for employee.
Oh, it took me off guard.
Merrick's ears begin to bleed, but he still stands like Zolo, like nothing happened. Like, I'm used to this at this point.
Avok is not. Yeah.
Tala's only had like
Yeah. The rest of the party is just
like, oh god.
Tala's only had like 2 interactions with this guy, and she's just like, what the fuck?
You've been dealing with this for like a year?
2 years. Almost 3 now. Blood vessel in his eye pops.
Yeah, just one of his eyes just turns red. He's just like,
Fine.
Oh, that happened again.
Can we not
Fuck.
get this thing a Can we not get this guy a translator?
It's more fun
Oh,
this
you,
way.
I am speaking currently with the comprehend languages spell and tongues.
You see, it's our
We
fault,
don't-
really. We're too small-minded.
We don't know what's going on.
Also, if we did get a translator? Would it be like speaking mentally into the translator's mind? And I feel like it could go bad very quickly.
That might be what's happening.
Out of character, but
So
yeah.
did you return to
No,
the Dawnbreak?
he didn't know she would. Oh, what?
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm asking for clarification.
Well, currently at Dawnbreak Keep, you are in your war room with your with 3 of your
Advisors.
good lord. Thank you.
Catch you, man.
Yes. You have Edwin, Flanagan, and Celia McMorrin in the room with you.
Right.
Right, so yeah, the situation's basically that everything is fucked. As far as I understand it from my intel, the Emperor has been assassinated. The Platinum Watch have seized complete control in the Platinum City. There are still outcroppings of resistance within the city that they are currently locking down, as well as establishing supply routes and checkpoints. A lot of the Lords of 24 were there for session, but some of them didn't attend. So basically, majority of the governing body of this entire fucking continent are currently being held hostage, and various lords and political allies and alliances are currently scrambling all over the continent to figure out what the fuck to do.
it do be like that.
Right. Outside this continent, I assume that shit is equally fucked.
You can say that.
Kettle actually pretty alright. We stopped Eclipse from taking that.
Great! One country out of, like,
The
who
rest of
knows?
them,
We still have Yuri on.
which is always under constant attack. Or constant threat of attack.
Attack is subjective.
Yeah, threat of attack is I meant to say.
I mean, the
Yeah, I mean,
environment's
you-
kind of trying to fight it.
I mean, you could whip a meteor swarm through a hurricane, I'm pretty sure.
Just one ancient
When
red
can
dragon with a baseball bat just ready.
We're not.
He's using what, like a small storm giant as a baseball bat.
When can our allies begin to mobilize?
Depends. Everyone that's in here, we can, like, everyone that's here in Volta, we can get mobilized pretty quickly. We just have to send out the word and start getting things arranged. I'd say it would take about probably at minimum a week to get everyone up and running. If you're talking about forces from beyond Volta, we're going to have a little bit of a problem there because, well, they're not here. Travel time is a bitch, and even with teleportation circles, there's not really a lot of areas we can plop down entire armies full of people.
Yeah, who we can as a forward force. I want the Platinum City. He's surrounded and any supply. Who's covered.
I might be able to help with that.
Yeah, we can do that. The Lords of Alonia will easily be able to handle that since they're the closest, and since we are equally close, I can start sending our own forces down. I'll notify Ilum immediately and give word to the Salt Cliff Militia. We should be able to close that in no problem, which will give the people of High Rock time to mobilize, as well as any of our other allies, such as Silverbark and Blue Garden. I'll need to send word to Raven Rock and Dragon Scar to see if they'll join us, or if their situation is completely shite.
If we can, let's skip the samurai. He moved of saying mobilize over to use it. Do you need help over with your lands? I can probably have the samurai intercept. Possibly, if we want to play this interestingly, we might be able to flank some of the Eclipse agents with their fleets. No, they only have like 12 warships.
We do have something that might be helpful.
Aye.
300 Dragon Slayers specialists.
How the Dragon Slayers going to be for this?
At this point, I'm assuming Eclipse has dragons.
I mean, we have a couple in our employ, not the worst
I was
thing
about
to
to say, we
assume.
have dragons.
Exactly. Everybody has dragons now.
I will say
Is it-
this.
Everyone these ages have dragons.
Fuck you.
And dungeon.
Do you not?
Real quick.
Yes.
So you do have a pretty easy way to start coordinating these.
Yeah.
And that is A, you can give orders, but B, you were given an item during the Conclave of Courts. Well, technically Merrick was given 2 items, but one of them can summon all the Fae to deal with the problem for you. The other, however, allows you to directly address anyone that you formed an alliance with.
Is that the platinum coin of mystery?
No, they gave you a scroll.
Oh, fuck. Scroll of Shang, scroll.
Platinum
Just
Scroll
have,
of
just
Mystery.
have all the Fae. Just say, have all the Fae come solve a problem. Stop Eclipse.
Can I not put that in my goddamn inventory? I guess I assumed Rando had that.
That is a problem. Well, so Rando has a thing that allows him to consult the wisdom of all the Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas for you, you basically got, here it is. You won the Oath Throne, so basically you have a contract for all of your collected allegiances that allows you to consult them at any point, as well as the assistance of all the courts in a battle of your choosing, which can be used during the Siege of Urion, the attack of Platinum City, laying siege to Eclipse, or fighting them all.
Right, so. Then are they attacking Urion right now? I just want to make sure that I understand. And it's not like 2 wars going on at once.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I will say this. Attacking Urion, that's a potentiality, depending on how much time is given. However, currently, the only thing that is happening that you are aware of is that the Platinum City has been seized, that the Emperor has been assassinated, and that Eyes of Truth safe houses are being raided, basically. If you decide to investigate beyond that, like looking into other nations and trying to find out what their situation is, you can learn more. But right now, what your spies have basically told you is that they are fully apprised of the situation here in Volta, which is that a lot of kingdoms are currently dealing with inner strife from Eclipse agents and Platinum Watch agents working for, like Gareth and Voss. However, some of them can still lend you aid to your cause, which are High Rock, Blue Garden, Alonia, and Saltcliff. The other, and Silverbark. I keep forgetting about Silverbark. Places like Raven Rock and Dragon Scar, there's no word from. Palladia, you will probably not get any assistance from.
Gotcha.
And Gildren, there's no word. It's a kingdom of merchants, so any army that you do get is probably not going to be great.
Yeah.
But
In that case,
it's a possibility.
Milk's going to try to send wood to Jing to see if he can get word on how they're doing right now. Just because.
Commander,
Yes.
I think it would be very wise for us to call in some forces to reinforce the keep, because they know that we know enough of what they've done. They will come after you and your assets, sir.
Agreed.
I think that at the very least I could reach out to the Ruby Rose Order from the churches soon, and maybe, between the knights and clerics, we may get 250 additional bodies to man the walls at the very least.
And I can, on that note, I can start gathering intel from inside the Platinum City.
We also could, like, she kind of looks to Rando, we could also reach out to our brother in the Split Helm.
If we truly want, we could actually ask all of her family. Whether they listen or not, it's a different story.
True. I just know that he seemed very enthusiastic about sending folks into the fight again. You know, when he wasn't phasing out of existence when we made him doubt that our father was coming back.
True. But I'm sure our certain brothers and sisters would be more than happy to step into a fight if it involves meeting their father again.
That also reminds me, we have family in the Platinum City that we may want to try and get out.
Agreed. After I joined the Bloodhunter Order, I pretty much grew up in there.
Yeah.
I can reach out to some contacts I have. I'm actually in tight with the goblin. I'm actually in tight with the Goblin Mafia.
I keep forgetting that detail about you.
Johnny Scabs. The man,
I
the
did
myth,
a
the
job-
legend.
I did a job for him when I got to the Platinum City. He didn't pay me.
I'll put in a good word for you. He knows me. But he and
I mean,
will
you know
play
the
back.
first rule of the Goblin Mafia. The first one's always free.
Yeah.
She did not know there was a Goblin Mafia. It was like, hey, paladin lady who's living on the streets, do a job, remember?
You see, Johnny
He
Scabs
literally just
helped.
gave her direction to Trappett's house, and then she couldn't get in.
We need to get word into the Platinum City. If we can, we need to get the civilians out of there if possible. That place is about to become a war zone if Eclipse holds it.
So, what, we're thinking blood hunters and goblins start evacuating people?
If possible. Brando,
Yep.
can you get in contact with Ziara?
Summon. I thought you might be like, summon the rats.
Oh, fuck! Yeah! Retcon, summon the rats.
Get what I was gonna say. Do that.
Yeah, I was going to say Ziara's with the stealthiest motherfucker. You know, and he can help out, but fuck it, the rats.
I have a question. Do we know if anyone is allowed into the Platinum City?
Currently, as it stands, it is on lockdown.
Okay. What about for things like, say, like funeral rites or stuff like that?
Probably not.
Well,
A whole nation kind of shuts down when the Emperor dies.
Additionally, they like Platinum Watch is like putting the entire city on lockdown. Like there is no getting in or out. Additionally,
It's
they
martial law.
do have their own like priests in the city, so they are going to default to those and prevent any outside forces from gaining any form of autonomy within the city.
so say even if someone were to like seek to be buried in the city, they wouldn't be able to.
No,
They're dead. They can wait.
they're dead. They can either go to Raven Rock or get thrown in the ditch at the side of the road.
Dang.
They can either go to the burial kingdom. They can get on the road.
Okay,
Or we can improvise.
here's my thought. We need to do two things first. First, we need to interrogate James Blackhand. I turned to the council. Don't worry, we brought him with us. And then the other thing we need to do is start gathering intel from within the city.
I was about to ask, is it possible for us to send clergy members of our group disguised as clergy to see if we can send people in?
I just
with
told
the-
Tala no.
Yeah, I was like, on the pretense of like, oh, we're here to like lend aid. We'll probably be turned away with that. Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
If it's information you want, are you really forgetting what I am? I specialize in.
Yeah, no, that is your
What
forte.
I have trained countless mages to do.
Fireball.
Oh yes, I've trained several to do that. But
floating in the air.
However,
Be taken out by power would kill.
actually, the hilarious part is evocation's one of the ones I don't have. That's one of the schools I'm lacking.
Divination.
I-
Right.
I have divinations. I have, thanks to what the fucker's name, the illusion principle,
Dave.
Aloria.
Loria. Yeah. So Loria, I have access to possibly the best people able to disguise themselves. Thanks to Milla, I have people able to make people do what they want. Select team be able to infiltrate Platinum City with not much difficulty.
Can you
Also-
scry on
I'm stupid.
Yeah. Can you scry on Gareth Visan?
I know who that is.
You have a vague idea who that is. So if you were to scry, it will be on the higher end of difficulty. However, I assume that with your modifier, it'll still probably be fine.
He's
Oh,
the leader of
that's
Platinum Watch.
I can give it a shot. And if not, I have several others who can try.
Once I get sending back, I'll reach out to some of my own people that I know. Duncan.
So yeah, let's see here.
Yeah, between divination, illusion, abjuration, necromancy, enchantment, and transmutation, I have a pretty stellar infiltration team. Not to mention Drow, who are really good at not being noticed.
So real quick, what is your save modifier? Use it. Yeah.
Let me put. Where's my sheet go? Here. 23.
Okay. I will say this: it does take you 2 spell attempts. Because the first time you try and scry on him,
I can't do it twice.
You can't do it twice.
If they save, then they're immune to it for 24 hours.
So, I was just gonna phrase it this way because the building itself is warded against scrying. So trying to scry into the building is not possible. But if you tried to scry on him from outside the building, that would be possible. So
you might want to use them. You might want to like step outside before you try that.
So my what I was going to say is that the first time it will automatically fail, but it would not register as like you using it against him. It would register as you using it against the building. So you can't scry on the building, but you can scry on him.
Hold on a second.
So I was trying to find a way to phrase it that would like make sense in the context of the spell wording.
Before Yuza goes off and scries, Tala had a question for the magical-based people.
What can I help you with?
Before that, Hog, just before that, before I forget about it. The divination amulet lets me it specifically says, passively any spellcaster attuned to this amulet is not restricted in their ability of scrying, as one can peer through all warding that would hide a creature or prevent them from being found.
Okay.
And one can read the thoughts of a creature who has warded their mind against such intrusion.
Is that how you knew Gallus was Avok?
Yeah.
So. Okay. Yeah. So it only costs you 1 spell slot.
Gotcha.
Your sensor pops in his office, and he is doing your typical bad guy thing of brooding by the window, looking out over the city.
And like petting a cat.
Well, he doesn't like. He's allergic to cats. So
That's what makes it evil.
So he's just kind of sitting there, standing, and he turns around, and seems to pause for a moment, and just says, "How strange." He walks directly up to your sensor and taps basically. And he goes, "Not many have the power to break through the wardings of this place, so I assume that you must be a powerful diviner. And if you're looking at me, that means you must be someone who I'm not allied with. Hello, divination principal. If you're looking to find out my evil plan, there isn't one. This is no grand design, no long-awaited game. I am going to make my country safe. And any variables that stand in the way of the order I seek to build will be pushed aside. So tell your commander he can help me and build a strong nation that will not bend to outside powers, or I will grind his Inquisition beneath the boot of my men. I look forward to your response. And he casts Dispel Magic.
Oh.
Cast it again out of spite.
Listen, I wasn't done, motherfucker.
You come back and he's just on the door like, motherfucker.
I was holding.
I'm taking a shit!
If this was a completely, if this was like one of those how it should have ended videos, during his monologue, you just would have seen like tiny little dots, red dots appear on him one by one.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
I'm not here to find out your full plan. I just needed your location, motherfucker.
Which
Use it. Take him down.
He is sending as he's mid monologue, and all the sending message is his longitude and latitude coordinates. It's like, what?
I got your IP address, motherfucker.
I don't have
hack
more
the
VPN.
planet. Quick question though, related to magic stuff.
Yes.
Tala
Yeah.
has James's head in her bag of holding.
Uh-huh.
The reason she hasn't pulled it out is because, is there any way they could do something through the head to harm us or track us through the head or something?
So far, with the head being in the back of holding, it's considered on a different plane. So
No, I
can't-
know that. I know that. I'm like,
If
when
you
she
would-
pulls it out.
Once she pulls it out, yes, they could track it. The only problem is that if they're scrying on it, all they're going to find is there's a possibility of one of two things. If they scry on it, they're either going to find a dead body in a pit, or they're going to find a head on a table. So in either situation, they're going to find out that he's dead.
I think scrying fails on if the target's dead.
Yeah, it's why Eva took.
From what
Yeah,
I have read,
he can't scry on an object, which is what a dead body would count as. He can scry on a creature or a location.
It's why Eva took the amulet of proof against detection, so scrying against it would auto fail, making people think he was dead. But
That could be a problem.
But if we are concerned about these guys having unique magic, which is very possible, we can take them into the demiplane that we have.
Well,
I mean, we all have shit that breaks the rules.
Exactly. That's half the fun of this game.
Talos was just worried, like, is there any way they could, like, even just turn his head into a bomb or something?
That would be hilarious.
that would be something that you all would need to investigate, but unfortunately, it's in a bag of holding. So the only way to find out is to take it out. And the only way to take it out is to
know.
risk being killed.
That's why
No,
Tala is...
we don't have to do that. Just throw me into the bag of holding.
Tala is just like, hold on. Just pulls the bag of holding open, just dives right in.
You listen here, motherfucker.
So Tala's not really worried about the whole, like, her dying. If you can just put them in, like, a secure room, she can open the bag. She's not worried about getting blown up. She'll be fine. But it's more like, hey, the whole party get wiped out, or some of the NPCs that we may not be able to res as easily get knocked out.
I mean, for what's worth, Tala, you and I have the most hit points in the party.
Yeah.
If a bomb goes off, you and I all go into shook it off. We res
Tala
this rando
also-
hypothetically, and then we just go around resing everyone else.
Again,
Tala
if-
also has a story feat where if she gets killed, you guys can bring her back pretty easily.
again, if we're concerned about the location, demiplane.
Can they track us? Like, Tala's just posing this question, like, well, can they track us to a demiplane? Has Tala been to the demiplane?
No. This is a very specific demiplane made by a very powerful lich, specifically to avoid Eclipse.
You're talking about the demiplane that Merrick Trap and Avok use as a meeting place?
Yes.
Yeah, we have been in there.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
I could
Yeah, you literally after like the prison of memories, y'all showed them the
Totally
demiplane
forgot.
Oh, okay.
Totally forgot.
That was your promise to Rando.
Okay, my bad. Totally forgot that we did that.
Well,
Yeah, because that's how I know about it.
Yeah. And to answer your question, yes, they'd have to use super powerful magic, have to bypass any wards, and would need to be aware of the demiplane's existence.
Okay. So the only way they would really be aware of it is if Trap had like. I'm assuming
Like
at this point
genuinely
it's
confessed to being a double agent. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming like at this point it's just us, or who was around us.
I think it was just the five. I think it was just the five of us.
There was the other guys. In the room right now, it's the other three.
There's still Phil Noggin.
Oh, wait.
Let's hold off talking about Trap and demiplanes until these guys are out of.
They know already. They know the.
I thought you meant.
I thought you were just like talking out of game this whole time because it seemed like a lot of speculation about very specific scenarios that didn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just me and the character both being paranoid. Like, I don't know. I didn't say out of character, so I was assuming like I basically assume most of the stuff you guys or you think I say will end up being character, but anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, like it's just okay. In my defense, we've had some really BS magic shit happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want the most secure place in existence, that would be the Abjuration Tower. I mean, secure until I got there.
And the literal voice of God's like, eh.
Listen, I've got the world map up right now. I know the most secure place in the entire multiversal realms I have, and that shit ain't it.
It is Johnny Scab's broom closet.
It's not.
Damn it.
It's Gabe's vape house.
It's the Love Shack.
I was going to say, actually pretty close. It does belong to an undead.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
The
Scarlet King's castle is the most secure place in the multiverse.
There's too many Jameses.
It's a common name for a reason. It's a good name.
We're gonna summon a James head in a James house.
I mean, y'all could go to his castle if you want to do this.
Good.
We should just like proceed onwards to save time.
Yeah, I will say y'all have been talking about like hypotheticals for a while.
We've been bullshitting for like 20 minutes.
A lot longer.
Okay, I wasn't trying to waste time. I'm
No,
just,
no,
genuinely paranoid about like something fucking us.
No,
I understand that. I'm just saying that after a certain point, it's like there's a difference between paranoia and caution. There's a difference between
decision-making paralysis.
Yeah, spinning the wheels over and over again in like the mud versus spinning the wheels that are oiled.
Here's my.
I won't bring anything up anymore.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine, dude.
Here's my pitch to the party, and if we all think it's a good enough idea, we can pursue it. We take the head to the demiplane, and Tala can, Yusa and Awa can inspect the head for traps if need be, and once we're satisfied, we can have Tala speak with Dead.
Sound good to me?
Sure.
Seems viable.
Makes sense. Yeah, we then?
All right.
Demiplane away.
And once we get back, I'm going to desperately try to reach out to Rita.
I mean, you could use it from the demiplane, but there's a 5% chance of it failing.
I hope I don't have any scrolls of sending.
You literally asked Dulnagan if he could get them for you.
And he's getting them.
Yeah. What the fuck you mean?
America's going to begin in the process to trade out his spells.
In that case, I'm grabbing like half a dozen sending scrolls.
Y'all can get a long rest in the demiplane and get all your. figured
I
out.
just grabbed one for noggins. What the fuck am I thinking?
Yeah.
Crap through noggin. Come on with us.
In the meantime, I will say that inspecting it for traps, both mundane and magical, you don't find any on the head. And one thing I will say that is like surprising to you, Avok, as this is not your first autopsy on an Eclipse agent.
Yep.
Um,
Oh no,
James is the first Eclipse agent you've ever encountered that does not have a
cyanide capsule.
basically like a cyanide capsule. Yeah.
Huh. That's strange. I guess the leaders are exempt from that rule.
Either that, or he was very confident in what he could do.
Either that, or they didn't know that he removed it. Or maybe he just didn't think he could die. Anyway.
But yeah,
Tell it, it's all
there
you.
are no traps.
What are all questions that we're going to ask the young man?
Yeah, I think it's good to get the questions prepared first.
Yeah, we should be careful about the wording.
Yes, very much so.
I was about to say, I was planning on D&D movieing you guys.
I had a feeling. Feeling.
I knew. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm going to do that next time someone casts Speak with Dead.
Yeah, like literally, like when I saw that, I was like, huh. I'm really nice to my players.
I mean,
I'm like, I
I'll
could
be
be so much more of an asshole.
I mean,
Like
remember,
Walker, I'll be honest. I genuinely would have expected you to do that regardless. Like, I'm watching the movie, I'm like, this is what Red or Walker's going to do to us next time we do this, isn't it?
I mean, remember,
I mean, after I
Avok,
saw the movie, yeah.
remember, Avok almost did that.
That wasn't a question, was it?
I remember I just went, are you sure that's your last question?
What I miss?
We're preparing for Speak with Dead. We're just trying to figure out the correct wording.
Questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Because
so
I was planning on D&D movieing you guys. So I'll say this: while you all prep your questions, you have some downtime to get into contact with any people you need to. Reach out to any allies, because again, these war assets are just the list of people you have accumulated over the time. Getting in contact with them is an entirely different matter. So I'll give y'all time to get in contact with them while you prep your questions.
Okay.
First thing Merrick's going to do is grab like 3 or 5. He's going to grab 5 scrolls of sending us, blasting through them. First one to Duncan.
Okay. Duncan lets you know that so first off, he lets you know that things in the city are pretty bad. The blood hunters more or less have stayed out of people's way. None of the blood hunters that worked for Platinum Watch signed on for doing
A coup.
the plan that they implemented, so they basically as close to tendered your resignation as you can. When your employer has enacted martial law, and returned to their respected orders. The Blood Hunters aren't making open moves against Platinum Watch because, again, they're stationed in the fucking city, and so that's kind of a not smart thing to do. But they are, like, in traditional Blood Hunter fashion, staying ready. And he does let you know that the Mutant Order has opened up their tunnels outside the city. And black marketeers like the Candyman and Damien Silver, was it Dorian Silver? I have too many fucking NPCs. I have too many fucking NPCs. Have been getting people out of the city for price, whereas the Mutant Order has been doing it for free. But they are very careful. The mutants have a system, because if they get too many people out of the city at once, they're going to get caught. So They've been getting people out, but he lets you know that it wouldn't be impossible to get people in if you were to take the sewers.
Right. Mary breathes a sigh of relief hearing his mentor alive. Next sending is going to go to the Emperor Jing, checking in on him.
So the Emperor Xing, this is, I think, your first time talking to him because you talked to his people that worked for him for a while.
Yeah, I'd actually go to the guy who I have a more closer connection with.
So going to the guy who you have a more closer connection with, he lets you know that the Far Isles are safe. Being on the backs of fucking sea dragons. Yeah, sea dragon turtles. On the backs of lion turtles has its advantages.
Yes.
Has its advantages. As agents of Eclipse have tried to sneak into the Far Isles over the year, none have made it through the mist. He lets you know that him and his forces are always standing ready, but he can spare you 12 warships and 1,500 of his best men, as well as his old mentor.
His old mentor? Is that the fucking dragon?
Make sure to write all this down because I'm busy.
He lets you know that they are older than the Isles.
I'll take that as a yes.
And that they have watched over many emperors and serve as the personal sword trainer for the royal descendants.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's neat.
So that's 2. And he lets you know that, like, he'll keep in touch. Just let him know where he needs to be stationed, and he will deploy his men as swiftly as the wind flies.
I'll coordinate with Colin and Islam on where would be a good place for forces to meet, seeing as they're, I think the Platinum City's landlocked, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yes.
I mean,
So,
here's the thing. The warships can help you at sea.
oh yeah.
If you get the teleportation circle set up, the samurai can do whatever the fuck they need to do.
Oh, 100%.
Just that scene from the history of Japan. Open the country.
Having it be closed. So that's 2 sendings. You got 3 more.
The last 2 I'm going to hold on to. Just the third one is just going to go to Gareth.
Okay.
Gareth, what are you doing? Bahamut's son is slain. Your wife, your family wouldn't want you to do this. You're a better man than this.
Make a persuasion check.
Nine.
You're right. I am. And that is why I am going to work to make a place where no child has to watch as their father bleeds out in their arms, powerless to help them, as dragons rain fire and hell from the sky, and machines of war march on soil that was not theirs to take. I appreciate what you are doing, Merrick. I truly do. You are not the hero in this. And time will tell if I am or not. But I will stick to my convictions. And when we see each other face to face next, perhaps your blade can convince me to change them.
4th sending.
Okay.
So instead of trying to find peace, you're going to make a war and make more children like you. See reason, Gareth.
Another persuasion check.
Natural 1.
Arr.
Shit.
Would he get any of the benefit of the auras around him?
I'm doing this. Merrick's doing this alone in his study, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Those are saves. I think all your auras are for saves anyway.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Merrick just doesn't get a reply. He's just
No,
digging the
I'm
cold shoulder.
thinking.
You man, fuck you, hangs up.
Okay. That depends entirely on the actions of others. Right now, I have built a wall around the Platinum City, and the citizens are safe. I know that some of them will flee, and that is fine. I have not ordered my men to stop them. I have merely ordered them to keep people out. If citizens leave, they leave. I am not here to project casualties, Merrick. If the armies of Volta decide to descend on my gates, I will meet them. Until the lords of the court can recognize that their authority means nothing anymore. We don't need needless violence for petty reasons and paltry power grabbing. We need a unified state. And if Pallus was fine letting criminals and their ilk join my order, he was sorely mistaken. I know that that was not his original intention, but the Court of 24 has superseding authority. So, I will build an army of loyalists, and this continent will be secure. It will be safe, and it will return to its former glory. If you or anyone else attacks, you are the aggressors.
That's sending.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Vigilant. You made this happen when you joined Eclipse. When you decided to go down this road. I'll see you at the Platinum City. And
He says, and it seems that you have made your choice as well.
Merrick's not paying attention to whatever he says.
I will see you later, hero of High Rock.
Fuck you get no bitches.
Merrick just, as he's leaving, as he says, like the hero of High Rock, that does get into Merrick's skin. He just punches wall.
Yeah, wall. As soon as the crack appears, it mends itself. A sticky note appears on your wall. Don't damage my goods.
I'm having an anime moment. Shut up, house.
What was the house called in Encanto?
Casita.
Casita, yeah. It was like Casita.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
that
all.
wasn't. I mean, the house didn't.
No,
send you
no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
I just forget I just forget who controls that function of the key.
Don't break his stuff.
Oh my god, that was Pillow.
No.
I honestly forget who could have said that.
James.
Thunaga?
Thunag.
Let me. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I fucking forget so many things. We've been playing this game for years. We've met so many different.
And our notes are shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
used to
trying
have
to do
great notes.
better. I'm trying to do better on my notes. Damn it.
This is why most campaigns don't make it this far. Not because of the power creep, but because of note taking.
It's
Most-
ADD. It's adult onset ADD.
Most tables are crushed by the weight of their notes.
My party, honest to God, has 3 uses of the wish spell that they have completely forgotten they have.
Yep, that's how it happens.
Good.
Yes.
On that note, moving things around.
I-
Like I said, you'll have time in the demi plane. If you haven't finished out your questions yet, we won't do that. But if you are sure on your questions, Hawk, we can go ahead and do that.
Yeah. I was gonna, if I could, Talo was going to send a couple sending scrolls as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I also got some sendings, so I'll go after you.
Hers are pretty simple. It is mainly one to her and Rando's brother at the Knights of Split Helm, appraising him of the situation, saying we may need the help he authored. I mean, she's also going to send one to the Nachtjager and James and the Oblix, all those, send some to them, basically saying that we may be needing their help soon.
Gotcha.
And the final one, she is going to do something she hasn't really done much since she started all this. She is writing home.
Okay.
She is sending a letter to her former commander, asking him if to spare some troops to help to keep. And she is sending one to her mother, just basically appraising her what's going on and saying that she's going to continue to do her best.
So I know this isn't how sending works, but I like the flair of this. As you send to your brother. No, I understand. I wasn't. That wasn't about it. I was doing it for a different thing.
No, I guess my bad.
As you send to your brother, you hear a very loud explosion, and he's just like, "What's that? Hold on a second. Return fire!" And you just hear the sound of more cannons going off, and he's just like, "Okay, hold on. Let me get to the other room so I can hear you properly. Hello? Oh, this is Tyler. Oh, that's great. Yes, we're currently under siege, but things are fine. How are you?"
Not under siege. We won the clan moot. That was nice. Why? Who is it? Eclipse sieging you? Who's sieging you?
Oh, yes, Eclipse. They thought they could get the jump on Split Helm, but joke's on them. We're very paranoid.
That seems to run in the family. I've been told today I was extremely paranoid.
The royal family's been expecting a coup for years. They've always had us station the battlements, reload the cannons, test the cannons. Who knew it would actually come in handy?
Love this brother. He's my favorite brother.
Same.
Anyway, they tried to fuck around and now they're finding out because nothing says, well, hello there, like 5,000 Dragon Knights who've been waiting for a chance to test out their battle weapons.
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
It's going great over here. How can I help you?
Tala basically fills them in on the situation, and that, we, some of the knowledge, not all the knowledge we have in Eclipse in case it's interception, but like, yeah, we know it's Eclipse who's doing this, and we're putting together a plan. Was reaching out to see if you had anybody you could spare, but you seem kind of busy.
Ah, jolly good. I like the idea of sticking it to them in their own turf. I can spare some men. How many do you need? I think I can round up about 2,000 of my finest Dragonborn knights, 500 of the King's knights, and about 1,000 soldiers.
Yes.
You just know his
Bully!
thought. You just know his thought processing.
Sorry, did you say
in choosing
2,000?
people. You just know his
Yes.
thought process in choosing people was, okay, how many people would I need to defend? I could do that. Okay, but
All
what
we just
about
ignore
here?
the fact that
I
this
could do
man
that
would
one too.
bully, and I love it.
I know, I do
I
too.
love him.
He's my
Why
favorite, he's my favorite brother.
Oh wow, okay.
No offense.
Don't take this the wrong way, but why do we get this Dawson instead of the other three that we've seen?
You just hear like as you're like yes, he's just like bully. Well, I have to be signing off. I've just been stabbed in the back.
No!
And all you hear is just come here, you.
God.
I get heavy granny from Hoodwinked vibes.
Yes,
uh,
yes.
Brother, I was gonna also say we should reach out to our siblings. I'll call you later. Bye.
Sounds great.
Please don't die!
Holy, I've just been stabbed. Oh my god, I think that's my favorite NPC.
Tala just looks to Rando. Our brother just got stabbed. Split Helm's under siege, but I think he's doing okay.
He's having a great time.
He is.
Also, we're getting 3,500 units from him. 2,000 Dragonborn knights, 500 knights, and 1,000 soldiers.
I like that GIF, Storm. That's very accurate for his expression the second he was stabbed. He's just like listening to Tala intently get stabbed.
Slow smile. You want to start? Cause I'll start.
So Tala just relays that to the rest of the group.
As for writing to the Knockjogger and James, those are a lot easier and more manageable. For the Knockjogger, there is the sound of partying in the background, but he lets you know that his information network will be at your disposal, and he himself may attend the battle wherever you wish to deploy him, as he has great, as he puts it, I have great and many powers you have yet to see, and if you wish to deploy me out on the battlefield, I shall make some quake in their little boots.
I also wanted to ask if you would also plan the victory party once we succeed.
Darling, I have already started planning.
Oh,
The party is already started.
The
know
party
you would
is
love
already the party is already underway. I have ordered the streamers.
Oh.
I have
thank
even invited people from the continent of Darius from their greatest major image show, so you think you can dance.
But I don't know how to dance.
But you shall learn.
That sounds like a threat.
It is a promise.
I need an adult.
And as for James, it's just very civil and organized. You're like, hey, I need troops, and he's like, all right, how many vampires?
Does it have to be exclusively vampires?
Around
I
300.
mean, it's what he's got.
Around 300.
Done.
Cool.
He's like, do you need me to bring my castle?
You know.
You bring the Raven Queen's castle.
He
And,
can't bring that. He can only bring his.
She also sent one to the Obelix because she didn't want him to feel left out and be like pissy.
No, you sent it to him.
How many needs do you want?
Every single word of his response is a different voice. So it's literally like, God, who am I thinking of? It's like the Master from the original Fallout. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's what it sounds like.
You get from Jim Cummings to Chucky from freaking Rugrats.
Yeah. So it jumps around a bit, but basically he lets you know, or I guess they, since they are a collective technically, they let you know that their Harlequin infiltrators shall deploy wherever you need them.
She's gonna ask if they can get into the Platinum City.
There's a long pause, followed by walls do not stop the clowns.
Oh, that sounds like a threat.
Tala, that sounds funny, but really horrifying.
Some Platinum Watch guards guarding the gate. Just, hey, what's that in the distance? Cresting over the hill as an army circus.
I like that instead of them marching, they just doing backflips and somersaults.
It's more just the fact that like some random Platinum Watch guard just patrolling the streets in the middle of like a rainy day. He looks over, his little paper boat goes down into a sewer. He's just like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." He leans down, and then fucking a clown grabs him and drags him into the sewer. Anyway,
It was a movie.
Lastly, writing to your family goes quite well. The former captain lets you know that he can spare 50 knights from the Rose Knights, and he shall get in contact with the Ruby Rose Order to see what they can spare. And when you write to your mother, she lets you know that she is proud of you and will join the Abbess in defending their church if the enemy should arrive.
Okay. Tala wishes her well, sends her love.
So I know that Avok wanted to go next on the sending.
Yeah, I'm still working on my message a bit.
All good. At this point, I've just turned the sending into basically an email, so it doesn't have to be 25 words or less.
Thinking like Tala's never used sending, so she was just like, "Oh, I'll just write a letter."
So
It's
I imagine I was sort of standing like near Merrick's study, kind of waiting for him, because Avok needs to ask Merrick something for permission.
Yeah. What you need?
He holds up one of the scrolls. The way sending works is that they will know who is sending it. I want to contact Johnny Scabs, but that will compromise me.
Wasn't Johnny Scabs involved with the plan?
yeah.
Never mind. I'm not by Merrick.
He literally rented out the room that y'all concocted this plan in.
Yeah,
Because he's really good friends with Trappet.
Yeah.
Merrick's just
What?
like, wait, isn't he involved? Oh yeah, Merrick slams the
Never
door
mind.
shut.
Then might get
Hold
fucked.
on. Red. You're telling me you made an NPC that's involved with the Goblin Mafia and you didn't expect Trappet to be involved with him as well?
I should have known. Anyway, so I cast sending and reach out to Johnny.
There is a bit of commotion on his end, as it sounds like he's got a full house. But unlike usual, where it's bar patrons and just rowdy customers, it sounds more like the best way to describe it is just like it sounds like a bunch of people who are seeking refuge. As he's just like, holy shit. Gallus, what's going on?
Hey, Johnny, back from the dead. We're making preparations to come to the city. You know any good ways in?
Yeah, I'm sure we could go grab a drink. It'll just have to be during my off hours. Maybe we can meet down by the Hangman's Rest.
Hangman's Rest.
You would know that the Hangman's Rest was a basically like a. There was a time when Volta did undergo prohibition. Didn't work. as with all things, people want to drink. But the Goblin Mafia really boomed during that time, before Johnny was the Don. But after Johnny took over, you and him actually found one of the old fucking speakeasies. That's the word I was looking for. I was about to say still, and I'm like, no, that's moonshine. Found one of the old speakeasies and fixed it up. And basically turned it into like a boys club. Not like in a sense that it was actually like a business venture, but more in just like it was a place for y'all to go to get away from whatever the fuck was going on at the time. And the tunnels that lead into that speakeasy actually link to catacombs and sewers that run beneath the Platinum City. Occasionally you guys would have like Order of the Mutant blood hunters show up in your bar randomly, and you're like, this is not a business, and they would just be like, do you serve alcohol though?
Perfect. That leads me to my next thing. Contact our buddies in the blood hunters. They're working on getting people out. They could use our expertise of going around without notice.
He stops talking in code, and he's just like, yeah, what the fuck do you think I've been doing?
Oh, great. Awesome.
I've been busy, goddammit!
Well, don't worry.
It's good to hear from you!
Oh, great. I have fucking missed this. Also, don't worry. We're bringing a party. Oh, speaking of parties,
is this still on? You hear him flipping through a book. He's like, potty. What the fuck is he talking about?
We're bringing...
And then he's like, are you talking like an actual potty, or are you talking like you bring the noise type thing?
We're bringing a lot of friends.
I mean, we are bringing clowns. That is a party thing.
I hope I have enough booze.
Yeah. There will be an actual party afterwards. Have you met the Natiago?
The what?
You're gonna enjoy the Natiago.
Some kind of booze?
Like, is this some kind of exotic dancer?
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, kinda.
Not wrong.
Also, I love the idea that Johnny Scabs is turned into Rick from Casablanca, just running a bar, like, holding, like, refugees.
Yeah.
Good on him.
He's a good guy. He's Johnny Scabs.
Yeah, Johnny Scabs.
Johnny. We love
I mean,
Johnny.
Can't wait for him to die horribly in the climax.
Still.
No.
Red and I have honestly, this entire time leading up to this game, Red and I have been talking about how much we've missed Johnny Scabs.
Yes. It's like, this was my first thing I wanted to do this game.
So that is one sending. Did you have others?
Yeah, I want to hit up Rita.
Yeah. What did you want to say to her?
Rita, it started. Eclipse is making a move on the Platinum City. Either find a place to stay safe or return to the Silver Dawn on headquarters. You asked me to do some searching to find out what's most important to me. Maybe we can talk about that once this is all done. I just want you to be safe.
You hear the very loud slurping of a drink through a straw. And she is just like, you all were gone for a week and a half. I got a week and a half of my... You hear the rustling of paper. 3 weeks of approved vacation time. Couldn't have waited another week and a half before you guys decided to end the world.
We didn't start it. It was Eclipse that killed Emperor Pallus.
Fuck.
If you're safe where you are, you can keep on with your vacation. We can take charge if you want.
You just hear her talking to someone. She's like, yeah. No, I'm gonna need one of those to go. Uh-huh. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll be on the first ship.
Can you get me one? I'm kidding. He doesn't say that.
You hear her like negotiating with the waiter. Yes, I know. I already asked for one on the. Yes, I know. Just close up my tab.
Wait, I can put this on someone else's tab.
And she's just like, yeah, I'll be on the first boat. That way. We can talk when the end of the world isn't happening.
Yeah.
So that is Red, Storm, and Hawk for sending. Sorry, Red. Unless there was anyone else you wanted to send to.
Those were the only two.
Okay. Vex and Zach, are there anyone that you want to use sending to get to? As you have infinite sending scrolls.
I
Currently.
have a genuine question for everybody.
What's up?
Yes.
Should we get Ari involved?
Hell yes.
Why don't we just use sending to hit up the Traveler? Like, yo, Traveler, you up?
Nah, because then we actually have to talk to him and all that. And I don't know.
So I'll go ahead and say this. Using sending to like just because these are on your deets and just to save time. Using sending to get in touch with like the tabaxi caravans, easy, done, breezy. Yusuf is like, actually, you know what? I do want to RP this.
I mean,
Dropped himself into it.
I
haven't
imagine
spoken to them in years. This is gonna be kind of awkward.
What would you say to Yusuf if you haven't spoken to him? Like, what is the first thing you would say to him?
Sorry I abandoned your daughter.
Hey, so I didn't fuck your cat girl's daughter.
Strong start. Strong start.
Oh my god.
So,
However, I don't know what. Okay, I don't know what she's been doing these past years.
Pining for you.
I don't think I'm that lucky. I'm gonna be honest.
You hear a low tabaxi growl.
Oh god.
And you hear Yusuf speak up and say, "Young Randall boy, you have not spoken to me in over 2 years. And now, out of the blue, you call me on descending and tell me you have not fucked my niece?" It's good to hear your voice, my friend. How are you?
Doing well. I'm surprised you're not mad at me.
No. Well, I mean, yes, of course. I was furious at first, and we wanted to have you killed. But after a while, Anala, she sent us her report card. She is doing great. She has already received a degree. She's doing well. So we have no real qualms with you. It actually ended up you and your father were correct. It was a great opportunity for her, and she is doing well. It is terrible here. Everything is bad.
Wago, I love you, NPCs.
Yes, that's kind of why I'm calling. So, I've been away, clearly, as you can tell. Good news. I have a pretty decent team that can help get people in and out of the situation that you're currently in. And again, sorry for the loss of the everything. But you know.
It is fine. These things happen. If you are saying that your friends will come to the Platinum City and rid us of these insurrectionists, that will be great time. I will lend you my caravans, and there shall be great movement of your troops and supplies. Additionally, my caravans and we will set up supply caches across the city. We will work with the, Johnny Scapes?
Yes. Perfect.
Yes, we will work with him and get things in place for you. I will send a letter to my cousin and his 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 cousin, and then my sister. And we will get your supplies moving.
Wonderful. Yusuf, I have missed you, you beautiful, beautiful Tabaxi.
I have missed you too. When this is over, we must grab a drink, and I must catch you up on everything that has been happening, and apologize for these long years of silence.
Yes, exactly. And man, do I have some stories for you too. Oof. You
That
take
does not
care,
sound good, but I hope that it is.
We'll see.
Very well.
Anyway, you take care.
You too. Have a great. And yeah, I'd say reaching out to your moms and Ari is a lot easier.
Yes.
They're just like, we are a small town, but we have 50 people in our local militia, and Ari is already on his way to the Silver Dawn Keep. He'll be there in no time.
The boy.
Wonderful.
We have 50 militia agents and a dragon. It's mostly the dragon, but we have 50 agents if you want it.
I don't know. I mean, my mom was an adventurer. Speaking of which, her brother.
Yeah.
I need to contact Wynn and see what he's up to.
Shadowwind.
Yeah,
It's
go for
been
it.
so long.
Hey, it's been a while since you were my not slave. How you doing?
Hey, Uncle Win, it's been a while since you were my not slave.
Spell us as you were my bitch.
Guys, this is all just like, this is so warm. We're reaching out to all the friends we've made along the way and asking them to die for us.
God.
Seeing as how
Bring-
like, I have
bring back
almost died
Avok
for
so we
some
can
of
die
them yet.
again.
Yeah, I mean,
Bring back Avok so we could walk 2 steps, trip over a rock, and die again.
Okay, guys, here we go.
Win lets you know that things are good. He has been in, although freed of his bondage to Nephion and the Fae of the Twilight Court, he has been still working for them more as a liaison between the Silver Dawn Inquisition and the Fae, acting as an intermediary party, not really restricted by the powers of the Fae or kind of the bureaucracy of the Silver Dawn, more like a freelancer. And Nephion has been kind enough to grant him some arcane power at no current charge.
You know, when you say current charge, that concerns me, but I know how they work.
He says that it's more like a magic loan, that so long as he continues to be a diplomat with the Silver Dawn Inquisition, he can use his magic. If he basically applies for an extension once his terms of service end with the Silver Dawn, then he has to get into the territory of Fey Pax, and that becomes a bitch and a half.
we'd like to talk to you about your magic's extended warranty.
pretty much. But he lets you know that Nephion has been aware of what is going on, as a lot of the Fae are concerned with the current status of the mortal realm, as the gods are basically preparing for defending their own realm and or waging war in the material plane. And the death of countless mortals does not bode well for Fae and the packs that they need to get. So currently another conclave has been called, less of a nature of, fun revelry and deals, and more of a what the fuck are we supposed to do? Wynn lets you know that Nephion has already stated that regardless of the decision of the conclave, the Twilight Court stands with you.
My man.
Because you and your Inquisition have gone above and beyond to serve as allies to their court. And if need be, him and his Archfey retainers will personally step into the ring of battle. He also wants you to know that the Autumn Court has some people that would lend themselves to you as well, because you helped an Archfey seize power there, and she has a lot of pull.
That is a thing I did. Perfect. Okay. I'm just trying to think who else can I who else can I ask? I feel like everybody I have asked is already like on board with this. So yeah, no, I think that's pretty much everyone.
Unless
am
you want to
happy
reach
with
out to
this.
your sister,
Which one?
the pirate one.
Okay, that's a fair question, though.
Which one?
That is a fair question.
I mean, Tala has said we should probably talk to all, and Rando also agreed, we should probably reach out to all the siblings.
Okay, so not the hippie pirate. Here we
Including
go.
the one that's dead.
Corian. Yep.
The halfling pirate.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What about Melisandre? Assuming she wouldn't assist in this. Nor my blue dragonborn brother and.
Well, the Blue Dragonborn brother has already. Tal's already talked to him.
Oh, right.
he's-
Yep.
And I told Rando already.
As for your bard brother and the sorcerer, you don't know.
What about
'Cause I feel like the bard. I feel like
Bard?
the bard is already with the Silver Dawn because his term ended and he wanted work.
The bard
believe-
and the artist both are with Silver Dawn.
Right. So the sorcerer.
Vaughn.
Yeah, I'll say this: the sorcerer. If you sending him, he will not respond. He leaves you unread.
My tiefling brother is not going to respond. I will. I'm going to send him and be like, I will find you. I have the time to do this.
No, we don't!
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
He consistently leaves you unread.
You bastard!
However, Corian, you call her, and in fashion just like Tala, you just hear the roar of cannon fire and her screaming out like, "Make them pay for every inch they take! Raise their sails and burn it to the ground!" And she just goes, "Hi, Rendo, how you doing, love?"
Right. Hi. Long story short, I'm assuming you're being attacked right now, so.
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna-
we're the ones doing the attacking.
Oh, sorry. Right.
But if thought they could get the drop on us.
Making
We're
daddy
Put it
proud.
down.
We're in the
Should've
middle of
known.
raising the Cragseat Navy right now.
Good for you. I'm so proud of you. You're such a cool other sister.
Sorry, my what? Sorry, my
Anyway,
what?
so just wondering if there's a chance I can get you guys to assist. Long story short, how do I put this? The Emperor died, got murdered. Need help.
Right, yeah, I'll return to me Isles, rally the rest of the pirate lords, and we'll get right on it.
Awesome, thank you.
Question:
I didn't do it.
will there be plunder? And if not, what are you planning on paying us for doing this?
Hold that thought. Just, Merrick.
What?
Right, Merrick. My sister's wondering if there'll be plundering involved if she helps out.
We will pay her for her services.
We'll pay her. But what if? Okay, hear me out. What if we have them raid the Eclipse, and they can take whatever they want from them?
Oh yeah, Eclipse, she can take anything she wants.
Okay,
Platinum
perfect.
City, as
Or
long
fu-
as civilians are fine.
Horrifying magical items in Eclipse control, just throwing it out there.
Okay, hold that thought.
We know our
Hi,
family.
still there?
Oi.
All right, so we're dealing with Eclipse. They did the murdering and all that, and you can plunder them to hell if you want.
To hell, you say?
Honestly, I gotta go down that way anyway, so if you want to join me, that'd be cool too.
Asterix.
No. But thank you
Okay,
for the
okay.
offer of lots of money.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later. I have to swing off a balcony now. Ah! You just hear the sound of cutlasses swinging and more cannon fire as the sending cuts out.
I love your family.
Why are we so chaotic?
Because
Have
it's
you met our
amazing.
father,
It's in the
Rando?
blood.
You
I mean-
know why.
Rando, you've met our father. I haven't.
The bloodline's been
You
tainted.
know better than anyone.
Yeah.
Should we reach out to little Sandra? She kind of leads a whole community. I'm kind of
Yeah,
worried at this
they're-
point that
they're-
all
they're
our
hip.
siblings are under attack.
But they're hippie pacifists.
They're
Can I
heavy
message?
targets.
You
Can I
you
message our hippie sister?
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Rando. Let's call our
You'll never
sister.
take my win.
Yeah.
Get back.
Can we share some spell to the sister?
Yeah, I'll
Is
allow
that-
it.
Okay. Because I know, because Alicia and Vaughn for our group, so we know they're okay. Yeah. All right. Let's call little Sandra.
You know the worst thing about this? Rando could end up being old enough to have this many kids throughout time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, these are the
God,
ones
I
that we
hope it
know of.
doesn't happen.
These are the ones that Trappett know of. Again, he
This is
doesn't know
Noah.
Tala. He doesn't know Tala exists. These are the ones he's kept up with.
I love how.
And Kino.
I looked back at my old notes. I have Trepid Doncelin, cool old guy / dad.
Was Slash dad before you knew he was dad?
Yes,
I mean,
that's why I
you weren't
put / dad.
I mean,
I think it had a question mark originally, and then it got deleted.
Yes. Yeah, I had, and then I deleted it later.
Dad?
Yeah, no, like every elf we encountered, dad ?
that is true. I have seen that document. Every elf was just dad.
Anyway, let's continue.
That is still probably my favorite moment in this game. Sorry about your brother, Rando, and just your reaction. What?
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off, Storm. But,
No. It's fine. I'm going to put my question in the roll 20.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Behind Reds.
Alright. And
Oh
let's get
shit!
back
There's
to it.
questions on roll 20.
Oh yeah, no. I was saying I realized there's more that I wanted to send, but I'll
yeah.
wait my turn.
Okay.
The only reason I'm reaching out to the other sister is I'm like really paranoid now that all fucking Dosselin clans being attacked.
So you reach out to her. Both of you do, and she's just like, "Hello."
Double checking, is this a bad time?
Nah.
Oh, are you currently being attacked, or were you recently attacked?
Why would we be attacked? We put nothing but positivity into the universe.
Is there a chance I could have you positively kill somebody for us, please? Or at least assist?
That doesn't sound very positive.
I don't know. It definitely helps sometimes.
I mean, the ending of life is neither good nor bad in the grand scheme of the cosmic flow. However, the abrupt taking of life seems like a very negative act if it's fueled by rage and vengeance.
Okay.
Are they
we're-
healers? Do they have any healing capabilities?
Descending.
Oh, sorry.
Are
Um,
you guys?
do
Do you
you-
guys have by any chance healing properties?
Some of us are equipped with vast knowledges of healing tinctures and medicinal plants, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Question: would you and your followers care to come and visit myself, Rando, Alicia, and Vaughn's home, I think someone may be targeting our family, and I want to make sure that you and your followers. Also, can I buy drugs from you? How much do you have?
Sorry, what?
Left
Go
him.
ahead, time.
Yeah, I'd love to check out your home, and we don't believe in the label of drugs. We prefer pharmaceuticals of the
Medicinal
earth.
herb, got it.
Anything you have that could potentially relax, I don't know, say the water supply of the entire guards of a city?
Oh.
That will require a lot of gathering, but
I don't want to.
if
I don't want to
given
kill anyone
time,
unnecessarily. Yeah.
Sure.
I just don't want to kill anyone unnecessarily, and we may have to try and get into the Platinum City, and those guards are just doing their job.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Anyway,
Good,
be safe on
good
the
people
trip.
in bad situation. Yes.
What were you saying, Rando?
I said, just be safe on the trip and let the good vibes roll.
Peace. And then she just hangs up.
Serial just go.
So yeah, like, I mean, they have a lot of drugs. We could, I don't know, maybe
I get
somehow
that, I
use it
get
to
that.
knock out the guards, so we don't have to kill them. I don't want to kill anybody in Platinum City.
Sorry.
They're very nice
That-
people.
That did not. Oh, God, I hate saying that.
I mean, you
Just
said
pass
worse.
I just passed Rando a glass of water.
Thank you.
Cure wounds.
just like a glass of water with some Alka-Seltzer in it.
Toddlers looks at Mare like, so I kind of want to see if we could potentially just like subdue the guards of Platinum City with maybe something like that instead of, because they're very nice people in the guards.
What?
They gave me bread when I was homeless. They're nice.
The guards are doing what they're told. They're trying to protect
Yeah.
the people. They don't know that Garrett's lost his goddamn mind.
Exactly. I just
All agents of the Silver Dawn are going to be ordered to try for non-lethal, but unfortunately, this is war.
yeah.
If
I mean,
we
if
don't
we
try
could-
to kill, we're going to lose our men.
I know. I just thought maybe we could potentially try and like put some happy powder in the water supply.
I'm open to any non-lethal means as possible,
Yeah.
but we have to also be willing to do what must be done.
Well, there's always the Rat Army.
As always,
Yes.
Commander. As always, Commander, I will do whatever's the mission.
Let's be careful with whatever's necessary, though. We don't want to become Gareth.
If I may,
Yes.
I pissed off Rita, the person I would do pretty much anything for, with the excuse of anything to stop Eclipse. I say we hang that excuse. We do things our way.
Yeah, no,
How
I
is
like
the- How is the dead man the moral compass?
Because I'm
Oh,
tired.
excuse you?
No, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Excuse you. That's Rando's right there, man. Anyway,
No.
I'm just.
I'm
That's
gonna put
mostly
my foot
okay.
down on that. I'm gonna put my foot down on that one.
That was meant to be out of character. I kept the voice by mistake.
Anyway,
Like-
yeah, we passed it. But point being, we like Tal says, we can find a way to do this the way we want. We don't have to become our enemy.
You're right.
Agreed.
I'll have my men work up some ways to knock out the guards.
Well, we might have our sister. I mean, you know what she does, so she might be able to help with that a little bit. She's pretty powerful on her own right.
And with between James Horgrove, between the Scarlet King, the Blood Hunters, and Johnny, we have multiple avenues to sneak into the city.
Yeah, I was gonna mention I mean, the Knockyager said he has 100 infiltrators that can get into Platinum City. Maybe if we come with something that could peacefully subdue the guards, he might be able to facilitate that. Let's start on the Knockyager on the. Look at my brain.
The Oblex.
Oblex, yeah, the Oblex. Sorry.
Mass, we can cast a lot of sleep spells, but we also have to be. We should talk to James Blackhand about distinguishing how to distinguish normal guards from Eclipse agents.
Agreed. One thing one of the reasons I reached out to our sister is Eclipse has a lot of weapons. They have a lot of powerful sorcerers on their side. Something that's physical or chemical may be easier to get by than a spell or charm that might subdue people.
I've got some alchemical. I have some expertise in alchemy. I'll see if I can work with our R&D department to work something up.
And once you figure that out, maybe the blood hunters on the inside of the city can get it working.
Yeah. Again, we have them. We have the infiltrators. We have Johnny. We have a lot of resources. We don't need to forget that.
Speaking of, anyone mind if I do a bit more sending real quick? I have a few more messages I want to send.
I got one more as well.
But first, Vex, do you want to go first? Do you have any?
Yeah, that's what I was typing up right now. Is I was like, hey, as much as I love all this planning, I do want to let Yuza be able to talk to people if they want to talk to people.
Yeah, I was trying to segue back into that because I realized what I was doing.
I just imagine during all of this use, it's just been like a therapist just writing on a notepad.
Just writing on a notepad, studying her spell book, getting people glasses of water, being like, and how did that make you feel?
That does remind me. Do we have anybody who can record stuff perfectly? I'm assuming Yuza's our best bet.
Probably.
I mean, record stuff.
You know, if we ask, depending on the questions we ask James Blackhand, we might get.
Cut out.
Oh, depending on the questions we ask James Blackhand, we might get a live verbatim things like in character.
Cut out for me again.
So basically, I think the gist of it is keeping track of what James Blackhand says, so that you all can either use that as proof or evidence, or keep that on file for your troops for again distinguishing friends and foes when it comes to invading the Platinum City.
Oh, I can absolutely do that. Second part.
Cool.
Doing the first part, we'd probably want. Actually, I could probably set up some magic mouth in advance. He'd speak right into it.
Anyway. Yeah.
But yes, that is something that can be done. Yuza, did you want to send to anybody?
Thing. Well, I guess would send to Camilla. First things first, she would contact Yurion, the Stone Giant Chief, her immediate apprentices, get an update on what's going on, and if anything's changed. Organize a reformation, basically, now that Camilla is a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Authorized entries, organizing infiltration units, both mage and sneaky drow, and some merfolk if we need to go waterway.
Um,
a lot, because I know your end doesn't have a ton to spare.
So I was going to throw in something, but then I realized that with your amulet, you'd be able to cut through any form of like interference. Who would have been the first person you sent to?
We haven't really named a lot of people in Urion, so probably
you got the chief.
Yeah, probably the chief.
You get in contact with the chief, and as you kind of like give him the rundown, he lets you know that the Great Wall's still standing, that he's got some people that he can spare, from the defense force that will be able to do it. He can, he recommends getting some messages down to the people in the city. As he is talking, you hear this absolute I'm trying to think of how to describe it. You hear what is essentially the sound of a clap of thunder, but it almost sounds like it is directly above you. And the sound it makes is like that, but there is also an element of dimensional tearing and glass shattering. As you hear the chief go, "What the fuck is that?" And then you just hear the sending cut out.
Hold on. Need to...
Maybe he lost power.
Mate, if that island lost power, a lot of people fucked.
I mean, a sizable amount of people would be fucked. However, you did evacuate the area underneath the island.
Yes, I know, specifically for that reason. But hard to predict the trajectory of shrapnel.
True.
Anyone who thinks they could accurately predict the collision of cars is a moron. Okay, no, I can't do that. But I don't suppose the divination tower. If I were to scry on it, the divination tower, I could sync up with it and get info from around it.
Given how the sensor works, it is basically the way a scrying sensor essentially works is basically that it's more or less like a 360-degree camera. So I'd say that if you focused on a certain point in the divination tower, you would be able to manifest your sensor there, and then can do a panoramic view to kind of get an idea of what's going on in your city.
Hey.
Which I would say you have done before, centered specifically on the tallest point of the tower, almost like the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah.
So you activating the Eye of Yuza, with your one ring to rule them all. You look around the city, and currently there isn't anything going on in it. But as I'd say about 30 seconds after you establish connection, you see a full bombardment of your city from above, and looking up, you see towering above the city of Yerion a gigantic floating fortress city that has seemingly blinked into existence above your domain. It is not firing on civilians. It seems to be primarily concentrating its fire on the giants maintaining the Grey Wall. You see that as the bombardment begins, takes just a couple of seconds, but after another, let's say 15 seconds, you watch as the cathedral in which Ziendid had resided shatters open as a ancient red dragon roars very angrily, and proceeds to fly up to that citadel to engage it in aerial combat, as many of your wizards who are equipped with the ability to fly begin to mobilize and begin casting abjurative magic to try and shield the giants as best they can from the bombardment. As your wizards go into action, and the people of Urion, although frightened, do not panic as they begin to follow evacuation protocols into the undermarket. Question: does your tower peek up above the Grey Wall?
I'm trying to remember if we had established its height.
If not, we can say that it does, because I remember that from the top of the floating giant island that everyone could see above the Grey Wall. I just didn't know if the tower was also on equal height as that.
No, we had to fly up to see over the wall.
Okay. So then I will say that no, from the top of your tower, you don't see over the wall.
Okay. Okay. Okay, first off, user relays all that information.
Fuck.
Walker, I have a question.
I have an answer.
The Caliph of the Desert Rose Imperium.
Mhm.
What is the limitation of that favor that I have?
You don't know.
I think I'm about to ask.
I might call in a favor to myself.
Yuza is going to contact Camilla, let her know what's going on in Urion, and ask for assistance in commanding.
She lets you know that she will deploy her wizards as soon as possible. She says that if all else fails, she knows a way that she can get people out of the city without putting them in harm's way. The only problem is that if she does it, Intivar will know. She lets you know that all of the towers are linked to something that is called the Exodus Protocol. And it's basically a way to evacuate the cities to another city. It's basically a way of just moving people around. But Intivar set it up, and Intivar has wards on it that lets her know when people use it.
I forgot that we still have more principles to fight.
Can we invoke one of the boons from the primordials?
You can invoke whatever the fuck you want.
The boon of the trickster. He offers us more time.
Oh.
That's all I have written. He offers us time.
3 weeks.
Okay.
Just if we can stall one of these events so we can prioritize one, then that could help us out so much.
Yeah, otherwise, Yuza's going back to Urion.
Exactly.
Sorry, I had defeated cat. What I miss?
So,
Urion has like a massive fortress above it that is bombarding the giants and the dragon.
I'm trying to see if we can call in one of the boons from the primordials. The trickster's boon is he offers us more time, so I'm seeing if that can help the situation.
It's fucking time
And
stop.
just to confirm, just to confirm,
Yes.
y'all are still in the demi plane.
Oh, I didn't know we made it all the way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we made it there yet.
Yeah,
Merrick
we
will
did.
leave the demi plane for this. Then.
Okay, just double checking.
Um,
Then back at the Dawnbreak Keep, as you call in your boon, time around you freezes to a halt. And from shifting sands appears the trickster in a gust of wind as he looks at you and smiles and just goes, "Well, did not expect you to be calling this favor in so soon. You still have plenty of time left. All right, what do we need, Inquisitor? What can I provide you?"
Only the Platinum City is under martial law, and Yerion is being attacked. We can't help with both at the same time.
Sounds like quite the pickle, having to choose between one or the other, tipping the scales. Oof.
I prefer not to choose at all and help both. Can you help with that? Stall the invasion of Yerion.
There's many things I can do. You asked for time, and so time is what I offered. So I give you a simple choice. The first, and you see as he pulls out an hourglass and sand begins to run down from the top to the bottom, he goes, I could freeze Yerion in a prism of time, much like what you experienced in the Raven Queen's castle, except all those within its boundaries would be locked in place. They would not be able to interact with the outside world, nor would the outside world be able to interact with them, but the siege would stop as it would pause time at the exact moment that it is now. He flips the hourglass. The other option that I offer you is that I can grant you and your allies time. I can lock your demiplane in place, giving you time to plan, prepare, move things around as you need be, and it will all be still here for you on the outside. Now, it won't be so simple. It will just mean that time will move more slowly in the demiplane than it is outside of the world. So, let's say 10 minutes for 1 month. But there is a third option, and he pulls the hourglass apart and the sand just stops in midair, and he just goes, the third option is that I can speed time up. Not for your enemies, of course, but for your allies. Move troops across the world at breakneck pace. Move people here, there, around the board, almost as if you're moving chess pieces. What a fun little game it would be. No choice, though, how your time is spent. And no, I'm not going to cliche the tick-tock. You can take your time with this decision, as we have all the time in the world right now.
How long would the time freeze last for Yerion?
Oh, that is an excellent question. How
Are we
long?
frozen too?
Outside the plane.
You all are frozen inside
Damn.
the demiplane.
Okay.
Currently, this is just a conversation between Merrick and the Traveler.
Okay, just making sure.
Or sorry, Merrick and the
Trickster.
Trickster. Sorry. God, I got my own NPCs mixed up.
Traveler shows up. Hey, what's going on?
Hey man, what's going? As he's just like, yes. That's a great question. How long can I hold it for? My power is waning a little bit. Not enough mischief in the world right now, but I think if I were to stretch it, let's say that if every 10 minutes in your demiplane is 1 year on, or sorry, every year in the demiplane is 10 minutes on the outside, then let's just say that every week on the outside is 1 second in Yerion.
Every week is 1 second.
Yes.
That's
Or is
not
it,
bad.
is it 3 days? No. 5? 12. 7. 7 days, 1 second. That seems a fair conversion. Math wasn't my strong suit.
Of course, you're the trickster, not the mathematician.
Ha! Ha! I will have to tell the muse that. She will find that quite enjoyable. Actually, hold on. And he pulls out a sending stone. Hey, muse. You won't believe what the mortal just told me. It was a fine joke. Yes, he says I'm the trickster, not the mathematician. Oh, right, the setup. And he goes on a tirade explaining the joke, and then telling the joke, and then waits for laughter, and then hangs up and is like, sorry. What were we saying?
I like how he addressed the human, the mortal, the same way you would address, like, oh, you never believe what the dog did.
I mean, to him, you all basically are.
Why'd you say dog, Red? Why'd you call America dog? Is it because I have lycanthropy?
Yes.
Because he
Yes.
loves you as much as he loves Bailey.
There we
Oh,
go.
of course.
Saved it.
Obviously. Anyways.
And only Yurion will be freeze if I take the time freeze option. The
What-
area
what if-
around it.
Yes, only Yurion will currently be locked in it. Now, the area around it, it's a different story. Let's say it will probably stop at the Grey Wall. So the hurricane will basically be frozen.
Mind unfreezing my compatriots so I can talk this over with them?
Fine. And he snaps his fingers, and you all are inside the demiplane. And Merrick, you look out the window as a 2-person sized, like very much like Looney Tunes cartoon smash through the wall of the demiplane is there, which quickly mends itself.
What the hell?
As another sticky note appears, which the trickster rips up before you can read it.
I assume that was very crass.
It's fine. I'm the
Sure.
landlord. I'm the landlord.
Hello.
Merrick brings everyone up to speed as fast as he can. So those are our options.
I do love
So-
the irony of us using Eclipse's plan against them, essentially. What they did.
So we
Good.
What would happen if someone were to enter the boundary of Yurion while it's frozen?
Well, I am the god of time, not the god of barriers. I could erect a barrier around the city, preventing entry, but more than likely what would happen is that people would be able to pass through the hurricane. It would just be like moving through a dense forest. And any damage sustained through may or may not catch up with them when they make it inside your city. However, once they pass through the boundaries of the Grey Wall and make it inside your city, they would be subject to the time stop, and therefore would be frozen.
Mr. Sorry,
Trickster.
Mr. Trickster, or
Yes?
I have a question about the third option.
Yes.
You mentioned speeding up our troops and getting them into position quicker. Say we had people we wanted to end up at our keep, or people we wanted to be in Platinum City. They would arrive there quicker than the average person would be able to perceive them, correct?
I'm not the god of illusions, although I do dabble in illusion magic. No, it
But
would
you-
be
you are the
more like
amazing god of time, though.
it's not instantaneous teleportation, and it's not them moving at breakneck speed that they are imperceivable to the common eye. What basically happens is, in speeding them up, what I am allowing them to do is to move at a pace that would be considered a fast march with no virtual loss of stamina. It's basically allowing them to move across the countryside at a pace they would at the fastest march possible within just standard walking pace. To them, it feels like walking, but the landscape will move rapidly.
Okay, so like add a character, my brain was thinking like, I mean, I know Walker, you watch speed runs like the Majora's Mask speed run where you can just like
Yeah, no,
freeze
it's not
the
going to be like
guard and
clipping
everybody
through
just
the.
rush through.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
like clipping through the map. It will be they basically will be not even Burial in the Flash. It would just be you just basically watch. It would be like the fucking. It would be like the fucking orcs taking the hobbits to Isengard, where they're just like fucking sprinting for like days on end.
And once
with no like, fatigue.
And once they enter the bear, once an outsider enters the area of effect, would they also freeze in time?
I believe.
Yes, that's what he said.
Okay, so that seems to be a good option in my opinion.
Yeah,
I have a.
Go for it.
Sorry, can I ask one
Go
more
ahead.
question?
No, go ahead.
As someone got closer to the barrier, would your powers affect them? Like, would they slow the closer they got to the barrier around Urion?
No, they would just freeze once they make it through the Grey Wall. However, again, it is like going through a thick forest, so it will be very difficult to move through, and depending on how much time you take, by the time they make it through, you could already be done. If they don't make it through, then well, hurricane. And if they do make it through and end up getting damaged, like I said, some time may catch up. It's a lot to deal with, though. I'm not going to bore you with the temporal semantics, but suffice it to say that if, say, an entire army of individuals were to march through the Grey Wall into the city, they would be frozen on the inside, and you'd probably lose about 1/5 of them once the time stop ended.
My question is this.
Yes.
How long will the time stop be allowed? You said 1 week for 1 second, but how long are you giving us?
That's a very good question.
I could probably spare about 15 seconds.
So that's
So we got
15
a couple
weeks.
months. That'd be enough time to gather troops to one location at a time.
Yeah.
It would absolutely give us enough time to teleport a significant force.
Yeah. Like, Commander, if you want to go with option A, I'm with you on the.
That'd also give us time to recuperate any and all losses we'd have.
And reach out to
Please,
all other
Urion.
allies.
Wait, hold on. One last question. If someone were to magically peer into there while it's frozen, would they also would it just not work?
No, they would see inside the city, but they would see it frozen.
So Eclipse could still gather information from the outside. And would my wards still work while it's frozen? It still prevent incoming divination?
That depends. Where are the wards?
In the city, right?
Well, they're mostly concentrated in the undertown as well as my tower.
Then probably not there. The tower, I could safely say, definitely not. That's something that is going to be difficult to get through unless you have your level of power or mine. However, the city proper, like looking around for defenses, checking out your, I don't know, giant cave, or looking into the Underdark, will be rather easy. The Underdark may be difficult depending on which areas you fortified with warding, which will be harder to perceive. But suffice it to say, spying.
If we do this,
Sir...
they could gather information on numbers, weaknesses. My civilians are already in mid-evacuation, which means they could, in theory, in that time, burrow into the undertown.
Again, once they enter, they will be frozen.
Sir, may I ask one more question?
Sure. This seems to be my life now, is answering questions.
I was just mildly concerned if there was someone we wanted to reach that was frozen into the time stop that you're potentially
Ooh,
proposing.
yeah.
Would you be able to pull them out?
So here's how it works. If you want to communicate with them now, I can do that. And send them back to where they are post haste. However, if you're wanting to talk to them during the freeze, not gonna happen.
But if we
Yeah,
talk,
give us like 5 minutes and then implement the.
so for hold on, if we talk to them right now while everyone else is frozen, we'll be able to do that.
Yes, I will say though, you are quickly running out of time.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I was just curious about this.
Okay, give us a few minutes to extract someone and then freeze Yurion.
I'm also going to message Camilla. She was about to send reinforcements, and I would rather them and her not be frozen. That is the best chance to guard against Eclipse doing something bad while it's frozen.
Good call.
So just to confirm, I am pulling someone away from Yurion and then freezing it.
Yes.
Assuming they are already there.
Are we going to message Trap it first while we're all frozen and then see about extracting him, or what's the order of events? I'm a little confused.
Well, if we're freezing Yurion, Trumpet's not going to be frozen.
Yeah, he's outside the city.
Oh, okay.
Well, do we know that? My concern is like, oh, Flying Fortress over in Yurion now. Like, is he on that? Do we know that?
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
Additionally, like
know.
the trickster, like everyone in the world is basically frozen right now. The trickster can pull Trap it and anyone else here, but the more people that he has to not freeze time for, the less time he'll be able to grant you in this space.
Right.
Okay.
Like, so.
It's fine.
So
Freeze
we know
Tala,
Trap
bring
is-
Trap it.
So we know Trappett's not in the city. I mean, Tala's the type of person she would just like, all right, freeze me, bring him out, give it.
Either Trumpet is either outside the city where we believe he has been for several weeks, or he is in that fortress that we have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
It could be Eclipse. It could be Intabar.
It's not a hard sell to think Trevor would be on board if he was charged by Eclipse to be there at the double agents.
Him and his son, which if we
Yeah.
pull them out, that means that they know that Trappin knows needs to be burned, basically.
If we were to feed Trumpet information, would that put him back? Would that be bad? Like, would that compromise him?
I
It
was under
depends
the
on what Huntsman would pick up.
I think that we should just. I was under the impression that we were going to fully extract Trap it out there, like.
I was
Yeah.
under the impression that that's what you wanted me to do.
So here's my pitch: bring Trap it to Dawnbreak, freeze Yurion.
Okay, do I do that now?
Anyone having objections to it, or we?
I mean, I would love to meet my father, but
If he is not on that fortress, then Eclipse will know something is up.
yes, they will know that whatever information he has obtained will be compromised.
Oh, god damn it.
Ooh, that's scry. We can fix this with a fucking scry spell.
Do I have 10 minutes?
Do you have
You
a
can just
spell?
cast-
Freeze the rest of them. Just me.
I will say this. Listen. Decisions, and he points to your token as you see that it is dissolving.
We can extract Trap it
Alright.
later. We can just freeze Furion as the safest option.
Yes.
Freeze Yurion.
Yeah.
Okay. No extraction?
I
Sir.
think we should, but
Okay,
Remove Camilla LaFay if she's there. And
Um,
put her back in her town.
sir. Would you be willing to take a boon from me if you could locate him?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, I know gods and elder beings trade in favors.
I'm not
Some-
that kind of god.
Okay,
That's
well,
more-
never mind then.
the others. That's Faye.
There's a lot of this. I'm just trying to do what I can, okay?
I was like, yo, I got the Raven Queen on speed dial. You want the phone number?
No, like, I don't know, some sort of service from Tala, if he would, like, identify if Trappit was in Urion or outside of it.
I mean, if you want a yes or no answer, like, as he looks at the token and is just like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Time's running out. This is dissolving. I'm going to offer you a thing. I can keep time frozen for longer. You're going to lose one of your other boons.
No, go ahead and freeze Yurion.
Sure, I can answer questions. That seems to be my thing right now.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. He snaps his fingers and he is gone. And I'll say, given a cursory scry, you see that Urion is in fact frozen.
Rando, could you try sending to our father?
I mean, I could
So
just, I could just scry
Will
trap.
it-
I could just scry trap
will
it.
it
Like
happen?
before.
I mean, I guess user could scry him. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, they could see my scry orb. Although they couldn't see. What's his name? James. That was the vampire.
Yeah.
Couldn't see him when we saw him through James's mirrors.
Tala looks over to Merrick. I'm sorry, Commander. Just didn't want what he had done to be, and what you all had done to be compromised.
Understood. Yes, Yurion is frozen.
Yes, it is currently frozen. Did you want to scry or send?
I mean, sending could be a safe option. Just go cough twice if you're not frozen in time.
He's just gonna go, what the fuck?
I feel like with Trappit, that's not the weirdest thing you have heard today.
You know, you're probably right on that one.
Fuck it, Avok will do that. Yo, buddy.
Well-
he just thinks mentally, oh, that was you guys.
I mean,
Ow.
hold on. The if I remember correctly, the question had been put to Rando if he could send.
Oh.
Rando, do you have sending,
I mean,
or would you like to use a scroll because you have infinite
Yeah.
scrolls?
we have
I
infinite
was
scrolls.
assuming it was a scroll.
Yes, using infinite scroll, Rando, you can send to Trap It if you wanted to like chat with him for a second.
I just like add a character. Tala like assumed that Rando would probably get the best answer at him.
Ah. Alright. Father dearest, you alive? Cough if you are. Fantastic. Cool. Give me a cough. If you are by or in Urion. Fantastic.
you hear a cough, but it's confused. If that makes it like,
I just love
what?
that. I just love
Coughs,
the.
but in Scottish.
No, just fantastic.
I just love the idea of.
then you hear him respond to William. He's like, I know, I'm just maybe I'm coming down with some of these Cragseed allergies.
Hey, maybe it's been these Cragseed allergies. With all the fun things going on and all the dust being stepped.
I just like the idea of him cutting out mid-word and we're just like, shit, he stepped into the grey wall.
Why did this wall stop?
So did you have other questions for him, Zach?
Now, me, the player, Craigsheat is
Where
Where-
Huron is.
The nation.
Continent.
The continent, yeah.
okay. Hey, so long story short, don't fuck up in your area. We're trying not to get you your position screwed. So just letting you know, all your kids are working their asses off to get you out of there. And I do mean the ones that I know of. Except for a couple, but we're not going to talk about that.
I love that this is Trap hearing. Wait, Rando knows?
Oh! Right, so... Number one!
I got that.
It instantly
Since
is.
you have
That's
no
like, oh,
choice...
right. Cuts out, pulls out another scroll. Number 1!
So, since you have no choice but to listen to me, listen here, you son of a bitch!
Okay, Yuzo starts moving the rest of the scrolls away from Rando.
I only got a certain amount of time to talk here.
Trap is
Fuck
like,
you for faking everything, you asshole!
Hold on a second. I'm starting to get a wee bit of a headache. Perhaps I should grab a drink.
Number 2! Family reunion, and you weren't there! Fuck you for that! Number 3! You have another daughter you don't know about!
That's where we hear the spit take.
Fuck you for that!
Okay, but honestly, how is that one his fault?
Yes, that is his fault, because he's the one that did it!
I mean, fair enough.
Now,
I mean, it takes two to tango. I'm sending out a character. Sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong. So once you get out of earshot of wherever you are, I'd like a good explanation.
So where is Trapper right now, Walker? Before I respond.
You are so you've moved away from the camp. You've gone to your tent to fetch some of your private reserve water. I don't know. I will say this. You know for the most part that your tent is secure. Additionally, you do still have your key to the demiplane. I will say this: you do know that you can only be gone for a certain period of time. It's best not to be gone for too long, as if what they say is true and like they're trying not to compromise your position, fucking vanishing in the middle of like a war camp is not ideal.
Right.
At least if you're gone for like more than 5 minutes.
So.
Because Travis could have been like, I'm gonna go get a drink and take a shit, and people are like, okay.
But he imbibes the
Whimsical.
alcohol. So this is a scroll sending, so it's two ways, right? I can reply.
Yes.
So as Trappit walks back into his tent, instead of going to the demiplane, he just replies, "Hi, I'm doing this for you,
Oh, I know.
and so that the world needs another, so that the world never needs another me.
Hey, Trap
Take care, laddie. Take care of your sister."
It. You're an idiot. Because they're already attacking your other kids. You already fucked up. Have
What's
fun
wrong
with
with
that information. You better get out of there before they stab you in the back. End call.
Thank you, Storm. that's so fucking good.
What?
So
Storm
left.
dropped out of Discord.
Oh, I
I
got a message from him. It was like, my Discord crashed. So I was so...
That was kind of perfect timing.
I'm sorry, what happened? What I missed?
Zach literally said end call right as your Discord crashed, so when you dropped, I thought that Zach had jumped out of Discord and had to prove a point.
I
I was about to be I put BOB, I went to click mute mic, and then like nothing happened. I was like, everyone else muted to me. I was like, what the hell? And then I just saw my entire computer went black.
Also, I just want to say, for me, recording the call right now, that was very funny because I have like notifications turned off. So Zach just goes end call, and everyone just starts laughing. I'm like, I mean, yeah, that was pretty funny. And then it's just like Storm. I was like, did it confuse his gift from I had no idea Storm left. So unfortunately,
oh man, I really wish that had been on the recording properly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
put
was
in the sound effects.
Me too.
it's just boom, and then me and Vex cackling hysterically for like 2 minutes.
from now on, I'm turning that off. Sound effects
So-
always on.
So
Why does Zach have the best accidental comedic timing?
He's amazing. Anyway,
That is-
BOB for
again-
real this time.
again,
Okay.
that is the best we've had since the whole sorry for your brother dying.
Yes.
For
That
timing.
was great. That was perfect timing.
Oh.
So
I feel-
Walker,
I feel
while
as
we're
though-
with Trap It for a moment,
I feel as though this is
But-
Travis' reaction right now.
1 second. Yes, Hawk.
so while we're with Trapper right now,
Mhm.
what does he know about the situation he's currently in? Or would you rather just like DM me that?
So, I can tell you about. I can tell you about it. No problem. You were basically ordered, along with the huntsman, to lead your forces into the city of Urion, as you were told that their forces would be taken down momentarily. And right after you received that message, the fucking fortress appeared in the sky and started raining absolute hellfire down into the city. And then it froze, as did the hurricane. So, a lot of things are happening right now.
Like, is that our doing?
And so, basically, the extent of the chain of command that you have right now is you were ordered to attack the city. I would say you received those, or I would say, given timing, you received those orders maybe a day ago, and you were told that like within 24 hours that it would be the defenses would go down. So your armies were prepped and ready to move, and then shenaniganery happened.
Italy's trapping in the hurricane.
So you all haven't moved into the Grey Wall yet, but now it is frozen, as is the fortress. Like, you literally from your position can see like fireballs frozen in air, like flame streak and everything just perfectly frozen.
The fireball's frozen in midair. The rock
And-
is bursting with glare. They true
Do it.
to the
No. No. Claire's in the other game.
Anyway,
Anyway,
But no, so shit. God damn it. The musical interlude made me forget my question.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Let me pull my notes back up. So just to clarify, Walker, one of the conditions Trap It made when he joined Eclipse was that no one under his kin would be attacked. Correct?
that is correct.
And Rando has said that multiple members of the family are under attack.
Correct.
What is the impression that Trap has gotten from the huntsman during all this? His other son,
He's being attacked.
William.
He is very difficult to read,
I mean, it's
but he
Trap's had 2 years with him.
still very difficult to read. The only thing you can get from him really is that he is an extremely loyal individual. Where his loyalties lie, however, is up for question, as he seems to hold no love for Eclipse, but at the same time continues to do what they ask him without question. At the same time, anytime that you've asked him a question, he has been completely forthright and honest with you, not holding back any information that you've asked for. So you are very, even with your insight, you are very unsure of where his loyalties lie. And so if you approach him, you're not sure what his reaction would be, but you would assume that the level of loyalty he holds for you is the same that he has exercised for the organization of Eclipse. And so if told that, say, the rest of the family was under attack and y'all needed to get the fuck out of Dodge, you don't know if he would join you, but you are rather certain he would let you leave.
This is a tough one.
Do you abandon another son?
Fuck off.
Wait. Fuck off! Who the fuck is William?
The huntsman.
Dad?
He's one of he's Eclipse's top assassin after Z. Or actually, he's high ranking in Z.
And
Yeah.
he's another son!
He's one of the top 3 that we should be concerned about in terms of their fighting power.
Yeah, like
And add
so.
that to my notes.
Okay. In my defense, Trappet told Avok and Merrick, expecting them to tell you.
And we did. This was already known.
Like Tala has it in her notes. So I know Brando knows.
I don't remember William.
It might be the session that you missed, maybe.
You know, that makes sense.
That might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be it.
I know Tala has it in her notes because I was double checking that. Like, Tala know this person exists? Okay, yes, she does.
Yeah, because I know at least by this point we have shared the identities of every remaining
Everyone that you knew.
Yeah, which
Okay.
we know for everyone except the Madman and the High Prophet, I believe.
So here's my next
yeah.
question. Where does this person lie in the age order?
William is older than he's one older than you.
The one before you.
So does
Yeah.
that make him older than the Bard? Or younger than the Bard?
I think he's
younger than the Bard. The Bard is
Okay,
older
and-
than you. He's older
And
than
then
Bard.
Barian is also... So then Barian's also older than me, so...
Yes.
He's pretty old.
So William is okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Like the order is 1, Kino, who we have killed.
Yeah, I took care of that
2, Lillisandra.
one.
That is correct.
We haven't killed her yet.
3 is Corian, the pirate you talked to earlier
Yup.
today.
Yes. All of so everything that's in your traps relationships, I made that numbering scale myself. I
Okay,
know that it's correct.
I'm just like relating to him. 4 is the Dragonborn who Tala talked to. 5 is the Bard who works for Merrick. 6 is the sorcerer you guys could not get in contact with. 7 is William. Then you. Then Alicia. Then Tala. Then Ari.
Okay, what's William's last name?
Jocelyn.
Yes, he
Are
literally.
you fucking kidding me?
No. Like that's one. Like that's why Trappin sought him out because he has taken the name Jocelyn. They relayed that to you guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm just putting him down
took the death one
In
then.
my notes, as another assassin.
I will say this. One thing that I guess like you all don't know. Actually, I'll hold on to that.
Next time we should just make a
Oh,
shared.
damn
One
it,
thing
say
we
it.
don't know.
We should all make a shared Google Doc next time.
I mean, what? It's hard when everybody has secrets.
That's why we have individual
don't.
docs.
Well, I mean, not anymore.
You had, but not anymore.
At the beginning of this game, we're all trying to one-up each other with secrets.
Not
I
me.
mean, at the start of the game, I was trying to figure out who I was.
Anyway,
I was just happy to be
Sorry,
here.
Walker,
since
Walker,
we're probably
sorry, based on what Trappett knows about William. Like I don't know if I need to roll for this or whatever, but does Trappett trust William at this point?
yeah.
To ask him to extract, basically like, hey, Eclipse is.
You cut out there for me.
No. Basically, Trap is like, hey, Eclipse is burning us. Do I trust him enough? Like, could I roll anything or whatever?
I would say yeah. If that is what you say to him, I will need a persuasion check.
Like, I'm not doing it. Like, is this more like after being 2 years with the guy? Does Trappett think that he could trust him to voice this, or is this like
Yeah.
the last test of Eclipse?
You like I said, you trust him. Like you trust him enough that you could voice this because, as I said previously, you know well enough that you could say, "Hey, I need to get out," and he probably wouldn't stop you. But you don't know if he would come with you. So you could voice whatever. It would just be a matter of does he believe you and join you, or does he just let you go?
And that's like I don't even have to roll for that's like 100% Trappett's certain of this.
Yes.
Trappett's going to reach out to William.
Stabs you.
It's Kino in disguise.
No, I know Kino's soul's like actively being tortured in Pandemonium. Like it's
Yeah, so
horrific.
is yours. What's your point?
Anyway, you were saying?
So, Trappett is going to ask William to join him.
Okay. How does Trappett present the information to William and ask him to get the fuck out of Dodge?
Like a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah.
I want to hear him say it.
Hold on. Let me pause for 1 second because I haven't actually done Trappett in 2 fucking years.
I know.
All right. So, Willie, me lad, have you heard anything from the grapevine regarding us?
Nothing more than what we've been ordered to do.
And what would you say if others had orders against you?
He sizes you up.
It's not me, by the way.
What's the point?
I've received information that Eclipse is targeting those in our family. And I'm concerned about you. And myself, of course, but more specifically you and your kid. The one caveat I had when I joined Eclipse was that none of my bloodline target. And I've received information that multiple of them.
So you're saying that they broke their deal?
Unfortunately, it appears they have.
Hmm. So what do you plan to do?
I'm curious as to what you are planning to do in a situation such as this.
Well, my deal's not the same as yours, so they haven't violated my deal yet, as far as I know, but if they've been willing to violate yours, no reason to say they won't mine. So I'm probably going to leave.
And what is your deal, laddie?
Simple. Money comes in. I send it where it needs to go. They don't ask me any fucking questions. But if they've broken their deal with you, suffice it to say, they probably did their research on me and are finding out where my money's going. And if that's the case, there's a lot of people that need to die.
And do you mind my asking, since I'm being transparent with you, where is your money going?
I have a son and a daughter. They don't know I exist, and it's better that way. Because all I do is kill for money.
I understand.
Their mother takes care of them. She takes the checks. And I see them once a year. That's it.
If I were to guarantee you infinite checks for the rest of their livelihoods, would you lay down your weapon, retire peacefully, and enjoy your time with your family?
I'm not going to fight for Eclipse if that's what you're
No,
wanting
I
me
don't.
to.
I don't want you to fight for anyone. I want you to fight for yourself. Live.
That was the plan, yeah.
Let's be honest. I've been a terrible father.
Mm.
Your siblings. Hey! I have plans for the future, but for the present and for the preservation for the future, I have squared away some funds, shall we say. If I can get you out of here, without any worry about the Eclipse coming after you, coming after me, take your family, go somewhere far away, be safe. Would you do it? Again, infinite funds for the rest of your days.
Yeah.
Roll insight on this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I really wish we'd level up Trap-It. He's only level 13.
Shouldn't he be the same level as us?
We'll get to that later. I'm
Trap is about
haven't had time.
We've been busy.
That's fair.
We've been busy with Tala shit, alright?
What was the roll, Walker?
Insight.
Yeah, it was an insight.
Insight. Okay.
I'll just say, because his current proficiency bonus is like, what, +4? Something?
Oh, let me double check.
Yeah, +5.
He should be +6 if he's the same level as us.
Yeah, so just add 1 to whatever you rolled.
So 29. Sorry, 28.
Yeah, he's still in the tree.
All right. I don't want you to have to pick up a blade in your rest of your life. Are you happy with that, William?
Not really. I'm good at what I do.
Ideally, I don't want you to have to work.
What if I choose
Maybe
to work?
You're no longer work for Eclipse?
I mean, I assume that by the end of this, they'll all be dead, or you all will, so.
Aye. Again, the same insights carrying over, Walker?
Yeah.
So I can trust them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a blank check.
Fuck's a
And-
check.
Okay, in my defense, he literally used a phrase earlier in this conversation with Eclipse writing the checks.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a wee bit tense right now.
He's like, why are you tense?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Why are you
tense?
All right, add a that's add a character. Damn it. All right then, laddie. And again, with the 28, I'm certain he's on the level.
Yeah.
All right then, laddie. Let's be off.
into the broom closet?
Oh, no. Into the chest. And, we're going to the demiplane.
Avok's waiting by the doors like, can I take your coats?
Marcus Coney's like, okay, guys, we have no idea when it will be safe to extract Trevor. God damn it!
I would say that, like, appearing, like, through the door into the demiplane, like, he just kind of, like, takes in his surroundings. I would say, though, that, like, if Avok straight up greets him at the door, like, hello, sirs, may I take your coat? 100% William, like, doesn't fire, but does draw on you.
I was kidding.
Walker, real quick.
Yeah.
Can anyone follow us, or can I lock it from the inside?
You can lock it from the inside.
I believe in the description of the keys is we can...
But before I do that, okay. Trapit is going to lodge something I have not used since we were like 6.
Yeah.
I am going to chuck the alchemy fire that he has been carrying since we were like level 6 and burn the whole fucking tent and everything behind us.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god, Trapit died in the fire. So sad.
So it just climbs in the chest and is just like, before he leaves, just throws it up in the air and then shuts the lid.
I do have an elf corpse in my bag!
You do! This is what
my god!
This is what we did
I'm gonna put the elf body out there.
This is what we did to Avok.
Yes!
Yeah, no, really.
Trevor just get to the damage
the elf
plane.
body out there also.
You guys are getting too good at making fake bodies.
Yeah.
It's not a fake. It's a real person.
So I'll just say, yes. This all goes down. You're all in there. You lead William into the mansion on the demiplane. I will say 100%. Like, the second that he sees like Merrick and the others, like, he is on guard. He's not gonna draw his weapon because, like, he realizes that this is a losing fight potentially. But he is wary of you all.
Avok is really confused because out of all the potential scenarios they've planned for with coded phrases, we didn't anticipate Trapit ever bringing someone back with him.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Daddy's home.
Jabbit, this is you, sir, and Tyler.
I will murder you. I swear. I swear.
Rando. This is William, your brother. He is agreed to lay down arms. We will be compensating him and his family plentifully. And I'm assuming we shall be relocating him outside of Eclipse's reach.
You've got to be kidding me. Another?
So this is the huntsman then?
I mean, you've met our fucking father.
You're not wrong.
Miracle's going to walk up to him after, like, putting his sword aside. It's good to meet you, William. Merrick Gilder. Again, just offer out his hand.
He takes your hand and just says, I do want you to know that I respect you as a leader, but the fact that you came out here immediately and addressed me, not smart. If I was truly an assassin here to kill you, I would have taken you out by now.
It would have been nice efforts.
Unfortunately, I'm aware.
I want you to know that while you're with us, we'll do everything in our power to keep you and your family, correct, Trapits? We'll do everything
Yes.
to keep them safe.
I'm happy grandpapa, apparently.
Avok is just still confused. He has no idea how this happened.
Where do you see Avok? Well, you see, Gallus, it becomes about when a man and a woman love each very much, or very dry.
Trap it.
Mm.
Let's cut it. Let's get to business. As much as There's many things I wish to do to you right now. We have actual business we have to discuss.
Aye, I'm very much aware of it, child. And again,
So,
I did
Child!
this
know-
for you. I did this for you. I did this for him. I did this for all of you.
so you know about Yurion's assassination?
Question, Walker.
Yeah,
Gotta
not
keep-
Yurion's,
you know-
Palace's
I was
assassination.
about to say, what?
Sorry.
Who killed the city?
Palace does trap
Palace's.
it, and William
Oh,
know about
Tower's
Palace's
falling.
assassination.
Um,
I
this
feel
is
like
news
Trapper
to
might
you.
have had words to say about that. Hey, no, that's that's a wee bit of information I was not quite aware of. I had
yeah.
received information that the one tiny little thing that I asked Eclipse not to do, they broke, which was to not attack Rando or any of his siblings, even Ari, dear sweet Ari. Rando, I
Well-
wanted to make sure you were all safe and sound when I undertook this mission.
We're not going there right now.
Yeah.
Well, more about family drama later.
Avok just kind of like does the hand over the neck motion. Like, no, trust me, you don't want to go there. It went bad for me.
Anyway, so
We froze Yurion in time, so we have a little bit of extra time to deal with the Platinum City being under martial law. Which I'm going to actually take one of these sending scrolls and take care of something real fast.
One thing I would particularly request,
What's up?
I would like to show to William here that I can uphold my end of the bargain. I would like to make sure that his family is safe.
We got
oh, more Dosslings. Okay.
Don't be petty.
Yeah, fine, no shit.
And you have to stop being shocked by the obvious.
First
I'm not
off, a
surprised
couple of
anymore.
things. One, I can speak for my fucking self. Two, no way in hell would I let my kids have my last name and his. Three, they barely know I fucking exist. And I surely don't want them to meet any of my fucking family. So,
Understandable.
I can make sure they're safe. Get them wherever you tell me to go. But beyond that, my business is my own shit.
Alright.
Hey, that's very fair, William. Regardless, I did not tell Eclipse the entirety of my family tree, and many of them have been attacked as. I do not want to make sure. Sorry. I would just want to make sure that you and your kin are safe. I don't want to. While I would love to have contact with them, I would only do wishes if you do not want to. So I want to make sure that every one of you is safe, and Mr. Gilda here has more than enough to make sure that it happens. I particularly remember him squaring away a particular particular warlock's family, to where even him and all of his money. I just want you to be safe, secure.
Talk to Sonny with the CCR. He'll have some tricks for you.
No. No. Fine.
I assure you,
Putting this out there, I'm not housing them in Patreon.
The entire reason I did an Eclipse was to make sure that every one of you would be safe regardless.
So you said.
yeah, we kind of
And
fumbled.
it seems that did not happen.
Yeah,
I
we
really hope you're referring to just your children.
kind of
also,
we kind of fumbled on that
This-
one.
this is your other daughter that you don't know about.
Trapid immediately looks just. Can I make an Arcana check, Walker? For,
He looks over
magical
to the user.
presence.
I was about to say, you just looked at you.
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
I mean, one is already a tiefling.
That is a 19.
What are you specifically looking for?
Just magical presence.
Are you specifically looking for strength in magic, or are you looking for the spark of divinity that all your children bear?
I did not know necessarily about the latter.
I've talked about it multiple times.
You say we know because that's what
sorry,
I
I
have.
did not. Sorry, that's me as a player being like derpy. Yeah, I guess then I'll look for that.
Then you would easily be able to spot that the only people in the room that have this are Rando, William, Merrick, although his is very different, and Tala.
Good old simple mortal Avok.
Good old simple
Wizard user.
lab experiment user.
Good old werewolf Merrick.
You have a spark.
You have a spark of divinity. Shut the fuck up.
I was about to say like when you my brain had room like, oh, I noticed he said spark of divinity, not relation.
Sorry, I was AFK when I must have just come back on headphones and missed Merrick's mention.
I was like, oh god, please don't say Merrick's one of Trappist too.
No,
No offense to Merrick.
Father.
No, Merrick would not want to be related to Trappist. No offense.
I don't think anyone wants to be.
Storm would stop the session and go, Walker, I love you. No.
And then Storm just leaves the chat again.
End call.
So
End game.
Trappist just looks over the Tala. Ah, I see you are apparently the daughter I never knew I had. How goes it? Tala is going to walk up to Trappist.
Oh.
And knee him in the nards.
Understandable.
Oh, Trappist, by the way, Tal's whole reason for joining the Inquisition was to do that. Shit. Lay on the draw on that one.
I feel like, given Tala's attack modifier, there's no way that Trappist's AC could beat it.
Yeah. Only one.
Merrick like looks down and says, "Oh, Tala, did you actually attune to that bow of giant strength?" Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Her-
Oh, that's a great question.
She casts a 5th level smite on it.
Oh, that should solve the child problem.
That's the fucking vasectomy.
Divine vasectomy.
The
divine
Batista bomb.
Tala just calmly states, Father, you were in my mother's life. Trappist just kind of gasping. See, at least you got my spirit. And you got future spirits.
Definitely a mother
She's
strength.
this great. She's gonna get your balls too.
I feel like I shouldn't cure wounds that.
No.
He
I deserve this. I deserve this.
You're a big man, Trappist.
Not anymore.
I was saying, like, admitting your mistakes is a sign of growth. But I'll leave you to your business.
Tala reaches out a hand to William. Hello, I am Tala. I am apparently your youngest sibling. I'm assuming. We can't really trust him on this one.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That's fair. He
Now, look,
shakes your hand and says, "Good kick."
I will pledge myself to protect you and your family. Because despite my feelings towards him, you are my family. Please do not give me any reason to rescind that. I just want to make sure that you and yours are safe.
Well, if we're being forthcoming then. I also hope that I don't give you a reason to rescind it. However, do understand that I've killed a lot of people.
So have I.
Same.
Yeah,
Who hasn't?
Jocelyn tradition.
only
Not really a Jocelyn thing, yeah.
only difference is I feel like with you probably ask yourself if they're evil. I don't give a shit. I ask them if it's a paycheck.
Well, we're not as different as you think. I do it based on my oath. If my commander tells me to attack a target, I will attack. It's an oath, the same as yours.
Fair enough.
And I assure you we'll do our best to remain out of your way in your goals.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
Feel free to roam around the castle. Stay out of the areas labeled "Stay out, highly dangerous." That's normally where Thunhagen plays around with magic.
I mean, we're still in the demiplane.
Yeah.
Sorry, just lost track.
Trapit is going to suggest, well, if you're looking for a place to keep you and yours, perhaps you could. Hey, until the conflict is over. What about this place? It's very well stocked.
Thanks, but no thanks. My family's home is secluded, so I'm just going to... And he gestures around where the fuck's the exit.
This way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that way, and, one second. And he, roots around through your spell scrolls and, finds one for teleportation circle, and is just like, I'll take this.
I was going to use. Oh, okay.
By the way,
Can Pala or Trapit try to see if he's on the level, or again, like I'm just.
I mean,
paranoid
you've
that
inside
Trapit will
him.
look-
Like,
Yeah, he's good.
like so again, like he's not gonna fuck us over. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. He's solely concerned about one thing and one thing only, and that's killing anyone who gets between him and his family.
Merrick's going
This
to
is very
hand him
much
a-
the John Wick rampage that's about to happen.
Oh shit.
Right.
Merrick gives him a potion before he goes. One time use action surge.
Fuck is action sludge.
He looks at it and then throws it back to you. I don't need this shit.
I love this guy.
Well, fuck me.
Carl-
Try being friendly then.
Tala instead is going to approach, and she is going to give him a coin purse with the 3,000 gold she has.
if he tosses that back, I'm probably just gonna build another house.
He's gonna pocket money. He's talked a lot about how he likes money.
She's just like, this is for, well, my nieces and nephews, I guess.
I'll put it in their trust.
And I just deducted 3,000 gold from my our Tala's character sheet. And if you need anything, please reach out to us. Regardless of parentage, I do truly want the best for you and your family.
Thanks.
Please be safe.
You too. When he walks over to Rando. Listen. I agree with you on a lot of things. But hear me when I say this. He gestures over his shoulder to Tala. If she fucking dies, I'm gonna rip your little balls off, little man. Take care. And he leaves. I find it very apt that Zach was muted during that. It's just like,
Well,
random.
that happened.
Huh?
Yeah. Look, he's doing his own thing. Cool as hell, but he's doing his own thing.
Trapper just looks at her as he leaves. Hey, I think he did quite well on his own.
Yeah.
But at the same time, again, I want to make sure my back pay from the Silver Dawn shall be redirected to a fund benefit William.
Yeah, I'll have admin crunch the numbers on those.
Oh wait, I think you're now officially joined the Silver Dawn. I think that means that Tala has rank over you.
Who's Talia?
I point to your daughter.
Oh, yes. The one with the armored knee.
Oh, you're in for a load of trouble if you keep that up.
Randall, you don't know what I've been through last 3. Trust me.
Oh, are we opening that up now, are we?
Trapper,
Before this gets any further, Mary's going to grab a sending scroll and just start sending something because I've been sitting on something for a little bit, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay,
Hit me with it.
before that,
Yeah.
like as the dude was leaving, he was just like, "Oh right," and sends a quick sending to someone at the Silver Dawn, so they don't just see this guy show up.
Yeah.
That's just
Smart.
Yeah.
America's. Yeah, that's a good call. Good
And
call.
kill him.
Good call, user.
I mean, they can try.
Well, it's either they'll kill him or he'll kill Silver Dawn. Either way, it's bad.
Like I
Either
said,
way,
it's
either
the
way,
John
a
Wick
loss.
rampage. So
We'll make sure no one gets in your way. All the guards stand in his way.
Yeah. Again, like, Trapper just like, hey, I don't want to lose another fucking son in a fight. How much money will it take?
so smart call with the sending. And then Merrick,
Yeah.
what did you have lined up?
Red actually wanted to go before me. I just
No, you go first.
right. Let me just get this name real fast. Okay. America's going to send. I don't know if this is even going to work, but America's going to send a message to Millicent, the Maiden Scales.
Shit.
With the assassination of Pallus, he wants to make sure the relics, the vault, is not tampered with.
Let me check something real quick.
Sure thing. I know she has some level of sentience.
Yeah, but she doesn't constitute as a creature.
That's fair. Like I said, I don't know if this is actually going to work, so this is America's sort of gambling.
Sending would not work.
Okay.
However,
Let's get the
there
diamond
is.
tone.
I'll give you this. There is someone who you can reach out and contact, who can verify what's going on with the vault.
Okay.
I'll DM it to you, and we'll do Red's thing.
Yeah, sure thing.
There's just a small handful of people I want to reach out to. One is Galadon Halindadel.
Galandon Helinadel, sure thing.
Yeah, Ziala's uncle.
Yeah, you reach out to Galandon.
Hi, Galadon. It's Watchman 13. Point of order. Emperor Pallus has been assassinated. Can you start reaching out to the Republic of Pelinos, the Yaldom of Sigvi the Greater, and the Ironbone Dragon Slayer clan? I need some help to start organizing forces to start a counter-assault on Eclipse. I'm trying to rally the Eyes of Truth.
He responds with, yeah, I'm literally in a meeting right now,
Shit.
with the president, and Rorik Ironbone. So I'll let them know. And in the meantime, I'll send some paper to whoever we've got up by Sigvi. Um, Suffice it to say, Eclipse definitely tried to launch something here. Their network in a couple of the kingdoms were already shattered. Those that were still around got pretty thoroughly wiped out, thanks to Split Helm. So
Good.
we're just rallying and trying to take account of what all's happened and who all's still kicking to defend our own.
When you're ready, reach out to the Silver Dawn Inquisition, and led by Merrick Gilder. That's where I'll be. That's where we're organizing the counteroffensive.
Understood.
For the time being, I'm still using the Eyes of Truth code names. We don't know how we were compromised.
He is like, I mean, sure. I don't really keep track of all that.
Fair enough.
You could just call me Galandon or G.
All right, G. By the way, good news. Your niece is no longer in Eclipse.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
You don't need to be a prick about it, though.
Good news. We didn't kill her. Good luck with what you're doing.
No, I appreciate it. Just she helped out when they attacked, so
Oh, that's great.
yeah. You don't really fuck around with Helendadels and find out.
There is no finding out. You stop halfway through fuck around.
You just get through fuck.
Pretty much. Alright. There was. I would also like to send a sending to the Caliph of the Desert Rose Imperium.
Gotcha.
Hello, this is Gallus Morgulis. I believe that you owe me a favor. I'd like to request more information on what that favor could be used for, what the limitations are.
Well, you have certainly chosen an interesting time to cash in your favor, my friend.
It is no coincidence, unfortunately.
Oh, I am well aware. I have already killed 5 assassins today. So I am assuming that something is occurring in the world, and I figure that you are probably getting into trouble, as is your wont. You wish to know about the favor?
Yes.
How the favor works is that I can consult my aspect of the foregone and gain an answer into something that you wish to know. It merely depends on what you seek, and I shall answer it for you. If you wish to call it in now, I can answer any question you have. If you wish to wait, we can hold this later.
That is very good to know. I think I'll reserve that and confer with my compatriots.
Of course.
Thank you.
Also, I know that it's getting late, and we'll wrap soon. We've been making great strides in getting shit organized.
Yes. That was the last one.
Prep session.
Yeah, the only other one I wanted to do was to consult Guan Yu, but Avok doesn't know if the half-orc disguise has run its usefulness yet.
If you want to do that, we'll do it after Merrick.
Yeah. Merrick first.
Hello, old friend. Do you know if the vault that has the relics is spoiled by the Platinum City yet? If it's being raided, if it's being misused? Can you tell me anything on that?
Yes, hello, who is this?
It's Merrick. Merrick Gilder. I trade you a cherished memory for 1/3 of a demiplane.
That doesn't sound like something I would do. Wait! Yes, yes, no, it rings a bell. A couple bells, in fact. Certainly, certainly. How may I help you? And it sounds like he's definitely, like, reading off of, like, a fucking script or something.
I will help desk. I know what that's like. Yeah. Do you know the Platinum City has a vault of relics, the main skills being among them? Can you tell me if it's being used by Platinum Watch now that they've instituted martial law?
I can certainly look into this. Just give me one moment. Intern! Intern! And you hear someone tell, yes, sir. Yes, I need you to look through this portal for me. And just, no, just a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. Okay, well, he hasn't returned, so I would assume that it is, well secured.
So they haven't opened it yet.
I didn't say that. I just said that it was secured. By whom is the question?
I guess find out.
Hold on, my intern survived.
Oh, wait, that was up for debate.
Let me write that down. What did you find? Yes?
Am I on hold? Sir. Sir.
Sir?
This is good news. I will let my client know. Hello?
Music? Yes.
Yes, so I have discovered that it is currently secured. The Platinum Watch does have control over it. However, it is currently in the process of being archived by their head arcanist until every item has been identified in its usage and purpose. They shall not be distributed to their members. So you have time before artifacts of the foregone are turned against you and yours. Also, my intern says hello.
I'm sorry, who says hello?
My intern.
Do I know who the intern is?
No.
Who is your intern?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
The only one I think it could be, or at least I would hope it would be, was that imp from the Black Emporium.
Oh, Index. No, we have a poker night in 3 days.
Tell Index I said hi. I miss him.
No!
They invite me to your poker game.
No!
What do you have to wager?
And I got like $50.
We don't deal in gold.
So I don't.
Do you have more precious memories?
Yes, but they're mine. You can't have them. Thank you for
Yes,
your
of
information.
course. We won't be taking them if you win.
I just want to double check.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of gambler.
Don't take the bet, Commander.
I just want to double check. He said the Platinum Watch head archivist is.
Yes.
Head arcanist is archiving them.
I'm just gonna write to Janice and just go, take your time.
Okay, thank you. So turns out the vault's still secure for now.
Good.
So I only have one question left, and it's for Ed.
What's up?
Regarding the Goliath, the half-orc disguise, usefulness or not, what do you want?
Well, I feel as though I can get the upper hand on Voss Stormrider if he doesn't know I'm Avok yet. What do you guys think? Is it time to bring back the Gray?
Honest. Do you want to know from Trapit or from Tala?
Both.
Trapit would 100% say to, with the cost of the spell, keep him in his current form because it'll allow use if people don't know if I'm alive. Tala would be basically saying for Avok, because he's sacrificed so much, to do what he wants to do at this point.
We can get you a really big cloak.
I still think it has a little bit more merit.
Okay.
At least for-
I agree, Natty.
Out of character. Third option: return him into another person.
Yes, Avok. How do you feel about having the name Docilus?
I think I'd kill myself. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but that
that was
doesn't
too
sound-
I mean,
mean.
you wouldn't be the first one to.
Yo.
Oh my
So,
god.
Quick question: has Gallus put on a shirt again, or he's still just freeballing it?
Unfortunately, he is once again donned the shirt. He has.
Dreaded shirt.
Oh yeah, that's right. Trapit seeing him with a full shirt. Also, I just want to point out, last time Trapit probably saw the half-orc disguised, it was probably completely bald head and clean shaven. So Trapit seeing that he now has a very big beard and a mohawk.
Okay. Trapper just, as Trapper sees him don a shirt, just sympathetically pats him on the shoulder. It's alright, laddie. I'll be over soon.
I don't know what to do with all that chest hair.
You know you can shape it, right?
That's allowed.
Yeah.
Before we... So, do we have time to do the... Still...
I think
That's literally the one thing we said we're going to do this game.
Unfortunately, it's
yeah,
a little late. Because Zach's saying he has to dip.
Yeah, I'll say that we'll pick up first thing with that next session.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Will we?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Will
Sorry.
Hey, no worries.
I have it on my list of things we have to do.
This
I
is
feel
so
bad
really?
because, like, the extract trapper thing took about 15
Nah,
minutes.
it was fun.
Yeah. Tattle still has a lot of words for... Just don't want to, like... himself.
Oh, yeah, Yuza does come over and kick Trapit in the nuts as well.
Oi! Half pint. Are you one of mine too?
No, but you are about to invade my city.
I was hindering the invasion of your city. You're like I wasn't invaded 15 weeks ago.
Don't worry, we have 15 weeks now.
I show protection of the fortress. Ah.
Oh, please, that'd be
Preventing.
very easy to overcome.
Trap is assigned a weak point in the city. A small hole big enough for a 1200.
Photon
Yeah,
torpedo.
exactly.
A 1 meter wide exhaust port, no bigger than a womp rat.
So Rando has to just wild shape into
Big
a
enough
womp
for
rat.
Rando's army of rats to get in.
No bigger than a single user.
You'd be surprised. That's actually not too difficult.
Rando polymorphs or wild shapes into a womp rat, and he takes the fight to them.
I mean, considering all that happened, I'm imagining Walker has a lot of stuff prepared for next game since we kind of went in different directions on this one.
We didn't get through a sip.
Here's my thing. I dedicated the next like 2 to 3 sessions for like y'all just prepping and getting things lined up, like getting your forces arranged. You took care of a bunch of the organization like right here and now, and the extraction of Trapit was something I was expecting to be like much later in the arc. So suffice it to say, you actually are ahead of the game on a lot of stuff.
We did it, guys.
What do we
Yeah.
do with Trapit?
I mean,
That's up
I
to
mean-
y'all.
I mean, invite him back, embrace him cordially, give him a wonderful line.
Everybody gets their one.
They're
Everybody
one
gets
so
inch of flesh.
celebrating him and all his horrible accomplishments and sacrifices.
Everybody gets their 1 inch of flesh.
Don't
We're just
worry.
gonna put a hand on him like, it's good to see you again. Seriously, report him. You
Hey.
can talk to one of our agents for debrief. Second, like if you need to talk to anyone, we have a therapist. This with the Dawn. We take mental health of our troops here very seriously.
Hey, what's his therapy?
Ava comes over and places a hand on Trapit as well, and just goes, "Rita's gonna kick the shit out of you, and then she's gonna kill me."
Hopefully we can convince her I'm dead before.
There is no hope.
I mean, it actually might happen before then. We don't know what's gonna happen.
She might stage a military coup on me.
Yeah.
Yuza just acts like she's doing something. Hey, yes, Rita? Good news, traffic's coming back to the Silver Dawn Inquisition. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
he'll be there in a few. He'll be there in a few
Guys,
minutes.
Merrick
After.
spends all
Zach,
45
guys.
minutes moving.
Again, you know what? I'm just like
Okay,
legit
Zach,
happy that I was able to save another
on.
son from death.
Yes, Zach.
oh, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, if there is a coup, I'm still up next.
I mean, if you don't want to lead the Silver Dawn, Tala's more than willing.
You can literally, you can
Soldier,
literally,
he's not a leader.
you can just
What'd
do
you
what
say?
Guildarts did, man. Just accept the position, assign someone else, and resign.
Would say Rando?
Well, I'm saying, Tala is a soldier, not a leader.
Mm-hmm. And yes, she led people during the clan moot.
Look, I was just gonna say, Tala, while she would make a fun leader, Merrick has an entire list of people who to assume chain of command if something happens.
I will say this, just because we do need to wrap things. We'll go ahead and wrap here. And it was a super fun session.
It was.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Hell yeah!
Bye.
Bye.